You are good to go.
I'm sorry to interrupt. The two skills to increase my for my expertise.
Mm-hmm.
Geez, I really don't know what to go with here, but I'm going to go with the ones I want to do are the ones for my worst stat, where I actually have a minus.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with acrobatics.
Uh-huh.
And I need to see my list. Sorry. Let's go with.
I can tell you perception and stealth are the other two you have it in already.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna double up on those, but I will do persuasion as my other one.
Alrighty. Okay, you're all set. Now, after Will having drawn the skull card, the magic begins to seep from it in a black energy, black wispy energy, to form this avatar of death, who moves in to attack Will, and it warns all of the rest of you not to interfere. If at any time you would like to interfere, you need to let me know. But for now, Will, I need you to roll initiative.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That sucks.
Miles, you're interfering?
No, I was just rolling initiative so I can. On my turn, I'll be like, "You get him, good." Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For some reason, my token is huge.
That's what she said.
Your token's down at the bottom, you dork.
Oh shit.
Oh, your token is so big.
And into that.
I don't know, it stopped loading all of a sudden after I tried to readjust.
And that avatar death spawned right beside you. Get fucked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now.
It's I guess it spawns within a certain number of feet.
It spawned kind of right out of the card. So, having rolled initiative, the avatar goes first. It slices its scythe through you, and you feel as if a portion of your very soul has been taken. You immediately take 17 points of damage.
Yeah.
Always hits. Your turn.
Always hits. That's not right. Wait a minute. You didn't have to roll to hit? Holy crap. All right. The rapier's out, and it's playing Devil Went Down to Georgia.
All right.
I can't run away because I'll give him a free attack, which will always hit. That's not fun. So I'm going to go right to casting Banishment.
Okay.
And do I know he needs to make a save at disadvantage?
Mm-hmm. Like the spell for me?
Charisma save, yeah.
Something tells me you're only doing it.
That's all I got, man. There, he always hits.
Charisma saving throw or be banished. This is concentration. It is not native, so
as
if
long
target
as
is native
hold it for the duration, he's gone. He won't come back.
Mm-hmm. If the target is native to a different plane of existence than the one you're on, the target is banished with a faint popping noise, returning to its home plane. All right. And what is the DC to beat?
My DC is a 17, and he has disadvantage. Or
disadvantage.
I don't want to assume it's gender. Let's say it has disadvantage.
Okay. And it has disadvantage because of your master's instrument?
No, because of the rapier. Devil Went Down to Georgia requires all enemies to get disadvantage on charisma saves. He should actually have no, because it's not an enchantment. So yeah, just My rapier gives him disadvantage on all charisma saves.
Okay. Give me just a second.
Yeah, if it was an enchantment, now you don't. There's no way to get. Once you have disadvantage, I mean, you can't make it any worse. So even if it was an enchantment, he'd still only have regular. You know, that would double it. Oh, nice.
Pop.
I hold concentration for a minute, and he doesn't come
And
back.
he's gone.
That was my one shot, man. That's all I had.
I see why you took that spell.
Did not see that coming.
No, but that spell could be super useful.
Well played.
Beyond this obvious application. Oh,
Very well played.
Thank you, sir.
Now you have one more card to draw.
Do I have to?
I think you do.
Yep.
Can I take a long rest before I do?
Nope.
Only kidding. All right, here we go. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, I don't want to do this anymore. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's a good card. Card comes up a lot. I'm going to ask any one question, right?
You can ask a question in meditation and mentally receive a truthful answer. Yes.
Does it have to be now, or can it be any time?
At any time before you die.
All right, I'll pocket that.
Alrighty.
I put the cards back into my bag, and I will never remove them again.
Until the end of the session.
First thing I'm going to do is get my hands on a portable hole, throw it into the bag of holding, and then run away as fast as I can. I've been dreading this all week.
I've been dreading this all week. First spell, banishment, gone. Boom. Okay, we're done.
Dumb question.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead.
Hold on. Okay. I was just curious. No, because I was curious how banishment worked when what's-her-name popped out the other day.
Okay. So, after having drawn your cards and begun to make your way, you have all begun to make your way to the spire, Dr. Tomb's spire. Over the course of your travel, it's taken you the better part of 2.5 days to get here, and you'll remember that while you were staying within Red Larch, there was kind of this beautiful, snowy winter wonderland sort of weather, and it had gotten a little cold. Over the course of your travel, it has gotten much warmer. The snow has turned to rain over the better part of the last day, and it's just now begun to get sunny. And so the weather, whereas before it was kind of this beautiful white, it's become this rainy, sort of slushy, mush. But as you arrive at the spire, on the flying carpet, presumably, you can actually see at the top of the spire is Dr. Toombs, and flying about him, testing out what look to be some newer wingsuits, are what look like a couple of knights. You presume perhaps some of the knights of Samular that you've met earlier in the valley, who are trying to maneuver around the spire with these wingsuits. A couple of them looking not altogether happy with trying to maneuver in these things, trying to stay as close to the top of the spire as possible. But as you fly in, Dr. Toombs gives you a wave from a distance.
I'll make the carpet go over to the rooftop.
Okay.
To a gentle landing, trying to not come too close or otherwise rattle the guys who are doing the test flights.
Okay. You maneuver your way around them handily, each of them kind of looking with interest and surprise as you land, and recognizing you, they just kind of go back to their business. Dr. Toombs steps forward and he says, it's been a long time. How have you been?
Busy, says Will.
So I've heard. He looks over to you, Dr. Connors, and he says, tell me, did you get my package?
Wow.
What package?
He says,
tell me, Kelly, did I get his package?
Make a history check.
Okay.
You don't remember.
Okay. I do not remember.
Damn. He says, I had sent you something useful that might help you. I left it in red large, unfortunately. I think the innkeeper was supposed to give it to you.
Oh. Well, no, I have not received a. What was in it?
He says, a figurine, which, when called upon, would summon an eagle.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I have the figurine. I'm sorry. Excelsior is with me, but I did not summon him just now because that would.
Too late, you said the name. Coming from your pocket comes Excelsior, who comes up and, noticing Dr. Toombs, will kind of sit on a nearby perch. Dr. Toombs will begin to pet him. He says, well then. Well, how can I help you?
We were
I might
hoping
add
you
for your
could help us.
I might add for your benefit that as you arrive at the tower, it's pretty late in the evening.
Perhaps we can discuss over dinner?
Certainly. I have some food prepared if you'll follow me downstairs.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Okay.
You follow him down the stairs to the second level of the spire in front of the large table where you first ate dinner. Like so many nights ago, there's a number of meats prepared on the table, watched over by two Aarakocra guards who are keeping an eye in this room. Across the table, most of the meat seems like it's kind of hard meat, not poultry, but looks like maybe some cow, mostly beef, and then plenty of venison.
Mm.
Not a bad thing.
So, Killy, real quick, since I've not been to this spire yet, I would like to take a quick look at my ring and see what it's doing.
Yeah, I'll move over to this side of the table while I do.
As you move closer and closer to the spire, your ring has grown more and more, but it hasn't. It isn't reacting to this area. And I'll remind you for your benefit that based on the card you drew, you learned that the pendant that you're seeking is in possession of a sea witch within the Temple of Elemental Water.
Correct. Yep, I wrote that down. My bad.
Okay. Kent, you were saying?
Um, I lean over to Dr. Connors and say, are you more snake or lizard man?
I'm a lizard guy. Yeah.
Is lizard not snake?
Right. I mean, yeah. I use the lizard DNA, which we don't know what that is here in these day and age. I use some lizard blood extract.
Okay.
Essence. Lizard essence. There we go.
Out of character, he's a snake man. There is a lizard man and there is a snake man, two different races.
Oh, okay.
Not a big deal, but
Well, no, it
Okay,
kind of,
snake man.
because we're about to sit down to eat, and I'm wondering if he has to unhinge his jaw to like start swallowing.
I guess yuan'tis are snake men. Yeah, so I'm definitely more snake than lizard. You're right.
I'm gonna be like, so do you prefer it like wiggling when it goes down?
I'm
or...
very self-conscious about my food, so let's
I'm
talk about this later in private. Not
Sorry.
in front of my old master. Come on.
Sorry.
Dr. Toombs leans over to you and whispers, he doesn't like it when other people watch him eat.
That's hilarious.
Okay, enough said about that.
As you begin your meal, Dr. Toombs will say, so, what brings you to the spire?
I need the roll history check on this again. I know there was something important that we needed to visit here. That he was making new suits or something.
Well, we have to go back into the to Dr. Tumas.
Right, but
What? Yeah.
there was like a specific reason that we were here, though, right? Instead of just skipping over this.
Well, we knew that the entrance was right here, and we've been through there before. I thought it was kind of, I thought it was kind of like that we head back in to the places we've seen rather than just stumble into the darkness and, you know.
I
Dr.
swear there
Toombs
was
will
somewhere
say,
else.
Dr. Toombs will say, well, perhaps you need a place to rest for the evening then before you venture back down into the temple.
That would be nice. Our bard has had a rough day of it, so
Yeah. In my best Jeremy Irons voice, you have no idea.
Well, I can offer you rooms and relaxation for the night.
very kind of you. Thank you.
He looks over to you, Dr. Connors, and he says, as we begin to prep for the evening, I'd be kind of interested to show you, if you're interested, some of the experiments I've been doing as of late.
Yes, rumors of your experiments have reached as far as Red Larch, and that's sort of why we stopped by. I hear you have some new flying suits and other such things.
He says, you notice the knights above.
Right. Yeah, that's what I
They're,
meant.
use, they're using a new design of mine that relies a bit more on steel wings. Helps to dive within the harder airs. Not quite suitable for outside of the valley yet, not enough wind. Between the rain and the sun, it hasn't been ideal, but I've developed a new bonding agent which should allow the wings to stay much closer and, if not direct flight, much like my own, should at the very least allow for gliding. It should make control for the knights and other law enforcement across the valley to more easily traverse between the hills. But it's still a work in progress.
I think that sounds great. I'd love to take a look.
Would you like to try the suit for yourself?
I don't know if I'm suited to.
It's like,
Would,
can I?
would that require me to be very strong or dexterous in some sort of how many mishaps have happened?
Let's not talk about that right now.
Okay.
Sacrifices in the name of science are always amenable.
You know what?
This.
I'm ready for a risk. Let's do it.
Okay. You finish your meal, he takes you back to the top of the spire, and he hands you one of his wingsuits. The wingsuit in particular is made of some sort of steel alloy. You're not quite familiar with the make, it's not your expertise, but you do notice that in between each of the feathers, there is just enough of a space, and it actually looks like there's some sort of webbing that kind of connects each of the feathers. It's all connected together onto this big harness which straps around your arms.
Ooh. This isn't gonna suck the life out of me or anything, right? I asked.
Not unless you fall.
Okay, cool.
So do you
You
strap the
want me
harness
to-
on?
You want me to spot
Yeah.
you?
I'll strap the harness on and tell Excelsior to follow me around, and if I fall, he needs to come back and let them know so they can come get me.
I can spot you on the flying carpet.
Oh yeah, you can just follow me. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, I'll follow him on the flying carpet.
Okay. You prep yourself on the flying carpet, keeping an eye out. And Dr. Connors, what are you doing from here then, with the harness strapped on?
I'm asking him how to use it because I have no idea.
He says, as you jump off the spire, you'll need to spread your wings. Try to aim for the higher, try to aim for the updrafts within the valley as you begin to attempt to soar. It'll keep you afloat for much longer.
How do you aim for something you can't see? Says Will. Asks Will.
What is it you're trying to aim for that you cannot see?
The updrafts. It's wind. Wind is invisible.
He takes you to the edge of the spire and he points down. Even within the darkness, you can see in the middle of the valley there are small geysers, however you want to call them, geysers, that are shooting out gusts of wind every once in a while. He says, the spire was built close to the elemental temple of air. There is natural air that centrals around the valley.
Will turns to Dr. Connors and says, "There's natural air that circulates around the valley." Like,
Thank you, Will.
as if to
Well
say,
said.
"Good luck, bro."
Dr. Toombs gives you this look of, okay, you're that guy. And then he looks back to Dr. Connors and he says, are you ready?
I'll take out Windvane and like somehow strap it to my back over this thing. Just Maybe it'll help as I'm falling.
Dr. Toombs will say, what is that supposed to do?
Not sure yet. I'll know it when it happens. Let's go.
Whatever you say. Are you jumping off? What are you doing?
As he pushes me off the gangplank.
Yep. All right.
Yeah,
You
that's
fall.
fine. I'll follow him.
All right. As you fall off, he's watching from the spire. As you fall off, I need you to make first off, you're in a dive. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as you try to bring yourself to a full stance. All right. Easily done. You pull yourself into a full stance. You begin the glide. You're beginning to soar around the edge of the valley, and with Will behind you, spotting you on the flying carpet. You're flying deeper into the valley. Let me pull up the map for that here, in fact. All right. So here's the spire, but you're flying around the edge of it. You're beginning to fly around. You can see there are a couple of updraft areas right around here if you wanted to try to soar deeper into the valley. If you want to try to just stay around the spire, you can say whatever you want. Just what direction would you like to go?
I'll head towards the river.
Okay. As you begin to make your way towards the river, you'll be trying to glide. I need you to make, this time, an acrobatics check to see if you can maintain the updrafts and soar through them correctly. Okay. You're having a little bit of difficulty as you make your way through. You're sinking, but you're still maintaining an updraft, and you're beginning to make your way closer to the valley. Closer to the river itself. As you peer around the river itself, go ahead and make a perception check. It's pretty dark and it's kind of hard to see. You're continuing to maintain your updraft. You're continuing to maintain the distance from here, but otherwise you can't really make out anything else. Is there anywhere else in the valley you would like to try to continue to go, or would you like to try to continue to head back towards the spire?
I'll like make a circle around. I don't know if you can see my marks there.
Okay.
I'll like go around that way.
All right. You circle around the valley a little bit. Go ahead and make one more acrobatics check for me.
Okay.
Okay. You're able to catch another updraft and soar yourself back up high into the air if you want. As you circle back around towards the tower, you're going to try to make a landing?
I guess I sort of have to, yeah.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage. Okay. You land on your ass. And with wind vane strapped to your back, it kind of clutters against your head. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you land, but you land.
Perfect. Okay.
All right. You land back safely at the spire, Will tailing you behind. Anything else you'd like to do from here? Dr. Toombs will say, "Oh, it was more successful than I was afraid it might otherwise be."
Oh, good. Yeah, it was fun.
He says, "A few of the students have had trouble learning with these and have had to climb their way out of the valley below.
My lizard blood makes me very dexterous."
Yeah, and besides, Will says, there's natural air currents throughout the valley here, see? He kind of gives to him like a little nudge, like to let him know he's just busting his balls.
Dr. Toombs will shake his head and he says, "There's one more thing of interest I'd like to show you if you're intrigued."
Sure. Lead the way.
He will lead you all the way down to the stables itself, at the very, very bottom of the spire. And as you arrive at the stables itself, you can see the familiar vultures within their cages. But as you look around this area down here, you can see he's actually expanded into some of these rooms and turned it into a veritable laboratory. You can see alchemical supplies lined on top of newly built shelves that are sitting around some of the edges of the room, a few of them freshly bubbling. You can see there are a couple of older versions of wingsuits hung behind some sort of glass wardrobes on the edge. But as you descend down, Dr. Toombs will lead you over to this section and look inside a cage. And as you look inside, you can see some sort of bird inside. But as you peer in, you notice the bird looks like it has electrical energy bouncing between its wings and its neck.
Does it look natural, or does it look like something is attached to the bird doing this?
It doesn't look like something is attached to the bird. It looks like lightning is just arcing across this bird's body.
Like
It has sort of a...
it's an innate thing. It's an electric bird.
Kind of.
Wow. You guys are
Dr.
seeing that, right? It's not just the wine, right?
That looks
Dr.
pretty neat.
Dr. Toombs will look back at you and he says, "Are you familiar with the legend of the phoenix?"
Oh. I've always heard that phoenixes are fiery, but this seems very of a different element.
Of my own design.
You
This is
created this creature.
a hybrid of sorts through the use of some of the elemental energy here amongst the winds and the storms, and imbuing them into the latent egg of a dormant phoenix. This is a much smaller phoenix compared to the fiery ones of legend you may be so used to. But by its own elemental nature, it doesn't require air, food, drink, or sleep. It simply is.
That's pretty impressive, I'm not going to lie to you.
My secret weapon in case of an emergency.
What would it take to get another one of these and let it travel with me?
He says, "Oh, I'm sorry. That simply wouldn't be simply would not be possible. There's only the one, and it was created through a painstaking process that I don't know that I could replicate. Besides, I would require the latent egg of another dormant phoenix."
Right. Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. So what are your plans for this one?
He says, "I hope to raise it and guide it in much the way that I have my own vultures. I'm
Smart.
hoping I can get it to grow and use it as a personal mount."
Yeah. I mean, there's no chance you want to trade for a troglodyte baby, right? No chance at all.
None whatsoever.
All right, just making sure. You gotta ask. If you don't ask, you'll never know.
Never change, Dr. Connors. Never change.
Well, very cool. If I stumble upon any dormant phoenix eggs, I'll know where to take them. Wink.
Yeah, flying around on an electric bird. That's very songworthy, Doctor. That is the height of coolness. I am green with envy.
Dr. Toombs smiles beside himself and he says, "I would more hope to replicate the process if I could. Imagine creating dozens of these to guard the valley.
Well,
To guard myself."
If we come across any latent phoenix eggs, not that I can imagine a situation where we would, but it should happen. We'll let you know.
Good luck in that endeavor. I understand they're not easy to come by. The average phoenix egg tends to not be dormant. They are phoenixes, after all.
Right.
That's a fair point.
Now then,
Okay. Very cool.
it is getting late and the hour grows. I must prepare for bed. I can show you to your rooms if you wish.
Sounds great.
Okay. He will take you back upstairs. And he will go to his own personal quarters. And from there, is there anything else you wanted to do?
Do I get to keep the wingsuit, or is that just I was just trying?
You were just trying it on. He didn't specifically give it to you. He didn't ask to keep it.
We still have the old ones.
You still have the old ones.
What temples do we have left? Fire and water? Is that?
Fire and water. And I might add for your benefit, and you would know this by now, the design of the temple itself is there are 4 temples themselves that kind of rest on the upper level that represent the 4 elements.
Connect, though, right?
They all connect. There's in the center of all 4 of them the central fane, which you've cleared, and then from that fane it loops into 4 other central nodes, which are kind of the height of the elemental powers. And you've cleared the earth node and the air node, and the earth temple and the air temple, as well as the central fane. So, all right. There are 4 rooms. You are allowed to split them as you wish.
Yeah, I'll sleep wherever. I don't care.
So,
Good.
Yeah, go
I'll bunk with
That's it.
Tegan.
Okay.
But Will bunks alone. This isn't summer camp. He will,
Okay.
however, grab a couple of bottles of wine and go up on the roof. And hopefully it's a clear night. He can play his lute. He hasn't had a night where he can just relax and be at ease and play some music for himself and just chill. And he's going to do that.
Okay.
Up on the roof.
Over the course of the early evening, you can make your way back over to the roof, having a time alone to where you're able to stay content with yourself. You begin to play and experiment through your instruments and begin to kind of marvel at the sky. After a couple of days of rain and snow, it's become clear, and the center top of the spire has remained clean.
Nice. Yeah, no, I'll just enjoy it for the 2 bottles of wine, and then at some point I'll go back to bed. But not right away.
As you play your music and kind of experiment, go ahead and just make a general wisdom check.
Sure. Wisdom.
Okay. You continue on with your music, and the night goes. All right. Anything else that you guys would like to do in particular?
Well, 2 things. I'm assuming we're going to rest, but before we do
Mhm.
that, I'm just gonna have like a discussion with Tegan, but I'm just gonna keep real what you call it. So the night that Garen went missing, did you do what we discussed?
Yes.
Okay, good man. And then I'm gonna say, you are one of the kinder druids that I've run into. Sorry, I was lost for words there.
I'll just nod back at him.
Okay. Anything else?
If we go to sleep, I need to switch out a spell or 2 for preparation, but that's it for me.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and start that. But as over the course of the night, Dr. Connors, you think you hear something and you are startled. It sounds like a cry for help.
Okay.
And
An
it sounds
animal
like it's
cry or a human cry?
very much human. It sounds female, and it's coming from below you.
Oh no. Like down the map this way or down the stairs?
Down the stairs.
Oh no. Okay. I'll grab Sebastian.
Okay.
Uh hmm. I'll tell him to go wake these 2 and I'll wake up our bard. Hey, do you hear this?
Will, you wake up Will from the middle of sleep. Dr. Connors asks if you hear anything.
I heard screams.
Will grabs his instrument and his buckles on his rapier as he's going out the door.
Okay. Go ahead and make a
The
perception
will
check.
just pick you up and take you out here while you.
Will, go ahead and make a perception check for me. Okay. You don't hear screams, but you do hear what sounds like a faint humming noise from below.
From below.
Yes.
Okay. I will head below.
Okay.
I wake up these 2
I'll try to follow the humming noise.
Okay. You wake up everybody?
Yeah, I'll go down.
Okay. All right.
I hope it's not that Phoenix. Is that a chimera? I swear to God. You Full Metal Alchemist, devious person.
Okay. As you make your way,
It's gone.
as you continue to make your way down the stairs, Dr. Connors, you hear the scream a little bit louder. It sounds like Sharwin.
The girl from the first.
The one you've been sending your love letters to.
I was almost over after she didn't reply with any of my affection.
Are the rest of you, I'm sorry, before I start dragging you all down, are the rest of you following him? Because you don't hear screams.
I hear
You
anything.
say none of us hear screams?
Make perception checks for me.
Perception.
Kent, you don't hear shit.
I'm like,
Draxon, you don't hear shit.
All right, well, I'm snoozing.
at this point, I'm gonna be like, why the fuck are we up? What screams did you hear?
Yeah, Will just runs towards the. At this point, Will has been with this group long enough that he realizes that not everything might be as it seems. So he's just heading for the source of the whatever it is. What
Okay.
he thinks is the humming noise. So he's
I'm
not
just
waiting.
You guys can't hear Sharwin
Glaring at the
screaming.
crab.
Oh,
The
It's
crab
not
is
annoying.
literally falling.
Yeah, but I'm annoyed glaring at him for waking me up.
oh.
Now you'll have to specify for me then. Are you following him downstairs or not? Will is. The rest of you aren't.
Oh, I will, only because
Unless otherwise specified.
I will follow them down, but I'm still skeptical of whatever the fuck it is they're hearing.
I'm kind of stumbling, following the crab, trying to figure out what the hell the crab wants.
Friends, time is of the essence.
I'm staying in bed because I'm still, I'm still getting to know these people and I don't hear anything, so I'm just trying to get some rest.
If I was a crab, what would I want?
Timmy's in the well.
Tuck for now is also staying in bed. Simply because he's not here and he can change it otherwise. Okay. So if you're all following him down, the rest of you are following him down. You go downstairs and you listen. As you get downstairs, you can hear this humming noise. You can look to where this phoenix was and where you shown earlier, and there is just this sphere of blackness.
Oh, Kent will investigate the sphere of blackness.
Make an Arcana check.
Sure.
Nothing
You're not
good
sure.
ever started with make an Arcana check.
You're not sure what it is.
I cast Mage Hand and reach out with the Mage Hand to touch it.
Okay. As you reach your mage hand out to touch it, the mage hand goes through the darkness. You try to call it back. It does not return.
I cast Mage Hand again.
It casts mage hand again. It goes through the darkness. You try to pull it back. It does not return.
Kent looks at the guys and goes, I think that's a bad fucking spear.
Oh, you
Do I
think?
still hear the screaming?
Dr. Connors, through the sphere, you can hear cries of help from Sharwin.
Okay, we must help her.
I will look at Dr.
said
Carter and
he-
say, must help who? What are you talking about? So I don't know who it is either.
I can hear Sharwin screaming in the darkness. We have to go in.
Tegan, you don't know who Sharwin is.
Right, exactly. I was like, I don't know who it is either.
And Kent's going to say, Sharwin, the innkeep's whelp from back in... Where the fuck were we at the time? Near the...
Yep, that's the one.
Will flexes his wrist, and when he opens his hand again, he has a ball of twine. He grabs one end. That's use of prestidigitation, if you'll allow.
Sure.
He holds the end of the twine and he throws the ball into the sphere. Does the twine stay taut?
Yes.
Okay, he'll wait for the twine to run out. Does he feel a tug, as if the twine has run out? Like is there a
It
pull
goes.
of any kind?
There's no pull. As you throw the twine out, let me clarify this. As you throw it doesn't go taut. As you throw the ball of twine into the sphere and you're kind of holding on to the other end, it stays loose. And it begins to pull a little bit as if it's probably rolling, as if you threw it and it started rolling and moving away from you. But it doesn't go taut. Eventually it just kind of stops.
All right, so if I drop my end and it just falls to the floor.
Yep.
A portal of some kind, Will hypothesizes. How big is the sphere?
About 20 feet in diameter.
Oh, so it's much larger than man-sized.
Uh,
Calls for help, huh?
if you guys can't hear those calls for help, perhaps there's some sort of magic on this, and you could investigate that magic.
Oh, I've already tried to identify it, and I can't make out heads or tails of what it is. Although I
Doesn't
can.
seem in my wheelhouse.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
I'll try just for the heck of it. There you
You
go.
have no idea.
Will flex his wrist again, and when he opens his hand, he has a small candle. He makes a gesture with his hand. It lights. 2 uses of prestidigitation, if you'll allow it.
Sure.
Tosses the candle into the sphere. Does the light immediately go out, or do I see light even for momentarily on the other side of the sphere?
The second the light passes into the sphere, there is no more light.
All right. So it's an opaque portal, or it's a portal into some place that is completely filled
Wait,
with darkness.
Can
Did
you
you
make
tie
any
the
magical
rope
light?
around the candle?
Do what?
Was there a rope tied around the candle that he threw in there, or did he just throw a candle?
No, I just threw the candle in. I wanted to see
okay.
if I could light up. In other words, if it was a dark area that could be lit, or if light can pass through,
Okay.
or if it's
I just was,
an
making
opaque.
sure. Yeah, we're good.
As soon as the light was thrown through, nothing.
Perhaps send Sebastian.
Get in there, little buddy.
Okay. You watch as Sebastian crawls into the darkness and disappears into it.
And
That's
does he come
cold-blooded,
back?
man. That is cold-blooded.
He does not make it back.
I dive in. I'm making a decision. Let's go.
Okay.
No, wait.
Oh,
Let me
The second-
Let me try one more thing.
Too late.
Too
The
late.
second
Are you in?
Dr. Connors dives in, the darkness is gone, and you
Of
do not
course.
see Dr. Connors.
Will kind
Or
of
the
shrugs
crab.
and says, Will kind of shrugs and says, I really liked him. Oh, well.
What about the Phoenix? Is it back or is it gone too?
It's gone.
Okay.
Dr. Connors. As soon as you step into the darkness, you can hear the continued cries of help from Sharwin. You continue, but even louder than that, you can hear the click-clacking of Sebastian. As you begin to get close to Sebastian, as you're wandering through this space, it's completely dark, except for about maybe 5 or 10 feet in front of you. You begin to follow the noise down towards where Sebastian is, and you do eventually find him. And you look down, and he is completely stiff. And around him, you can see a prestidigitated candle. There's this ball of twine, which, by the way, it was cut as soon as the darkness disappeared. And these other things that have been thrown in. And you're kind of looking around, and louder, you hear the phrase, "Help me, save me," coming from Sharwin. And out of the darkness, you see a figure step forward. And it's not Sharwin. You see this lengthy-looking sort of man with some sort of tailored suit that he is wearing. It is somewhat white with a dark black tie going through the suit. He has jet black hair, and the ends of the sides of his hair are curled up to make it almost look like devil horns. And he gives you this snide sort of smile as he struts forward, and he says, I pull up the voice mod for this. And he strides forward and he says, "You adventuring types are all the same, so willing to dive into danger. But you have been most interesting."
And who would you be?
The man bows low, giving a sweeping gesture, and he says, "Why, my good man, I am called many names. Some like to refer to me as the Mad God, but you may call me Cyric."
Syrup? Is that your name is Syrup?
Cyric.
Oh, right. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know where you're from. But where I'm from, it's
Or
not
at
very
least-
nice to abduct people in the middle of the night.
Or at the very least an avatar. At any rate, while you're here, your story has intrigued me as you've wandered through. I'm curious to know, my little wild card, what you think and what you remember. I propose a little game.
Okay.
I will ask you a series of questions. Get 10 of them right, and I'll let you leave.
I'm fucked.
I'll even give you a magical reward. And you'll feel some power as you do. Which, out of character, means that if you answer 10 questions correctly, your meteor bonus triggers, meaning you gain a level, and you also get a rare magical item. But if you fail, well, let's just say you don't want to fail. Because if you fail, you die, your crab dies, your spirits are trapped in a paradoxical dimension for all eternity, and no one will find your remains.
What the fuck are you talking about? Why? What is going on?
I'm going to provide you with a series of questions.
Okay.
If you get 10 of them right, your meteor bonus triggers, which means you level up. You come back, and you gain a rare magical item. If you get 10 questions wrong, you die.
Yeah. So out of character, I don't pay attention. This is the worst. Okay. Let's go. Let's do it. Question 1.
Question 1.
Tickle corn. Next question. Okay, anyway, go on.
Question. So glad to see you so amenable. Now, question 1. You and your merry band of diamond bears were founded, meeting together to delve into the depths of the sunless citadel. Now, what was the name of the nearby town where your band was formed?
Oh, man. We just
I know.
I know you.
No comments from the peanut gallery, you're not there.
Just give me a second. Let me think about it. Well, fuck. How many do I have to get right?
10.
And how many questions do you have?
More than 10.
Oh, I could have sworn I wrote this down. I'm looking. Oh, man. I'm so fucked.
Perhaps you shouldn't bargain with someone's memory next time.
Bargain with oh this is funny because I made the video. That's what this is about. Oh shit! I am really just like drawing a blank. I cannot think of the
failure.
Can you pass and come back?
Yeah, can I come back to this one?
You may not.
Does it have any lifelines?
You may not. Oh shit. Yeah, I really have no idea. I guess we'll just. Oh, I guess. Yep. Go ahead.
1 failure. The answer was Oakhurst.
Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna get that one. I knew it was something with the tree thing, but I didn't know Oakhurst. That's fine. Next.
Second question. You claim to have built a close relationship with Miss Jarwin here, but do you recall the name of her brother, who was lost in the dangers of the Sunless Citadel?
Oh man, Talgan.
Ah, you are correct. 1 for 1. Third question. While wandering through the Sunless Citadel, you stumbled upon a cowardly dragon keeper of a kobold, whom you met sniveling under a bedroll. What was his name?
Oh shit.
I remember. That's so bad that I remember.
Oh man, that little red fuck.
Can he phone a friend?
Nope.
It wasn't Urky. That was the guy in the cage, right? Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Let me. I'm not trying
Don't
to help
say
him.
it.
No,
Hold
no,
on, hold on.
I'm not trying to help him at all. But I do recall when he was speaking to his queen, he went to like high British accent.
Oh yeah. I just remember that as well. Oh shit. What was that little fuck's name? Oh my god, why is it not coming to me?
20 seconds.
It was something super dumb. I do not remember. Go ahead.
The answer was Meepo.
Fucking
2 failures,
Meepo.
1
Piece
success.
of shit, Meepo.
Speaking of the kobolds, your 4th question. What was the passphrase they used to indicate that you
Tickle corn! I knew that one so fast. All right, two
Very
for
well.
2.
The 5th question. What was the name of the kobold's leader, whom your party mercilessly slaughtered after you promised your aid to the dragon?
I'm
Hey, they
pretty sure
asked
it was
for
the
it.
dragon that killed him, right?
With your aid. Do you remember the names of those you killed?
I remember
We
the
shall
name of the
find-
dragon that was taken from me.
Nah, we're far too callous.
Yeah, I don't. Oh man.
This is like the worst quiz ever. Like if you were
Yeah,
in
it
school,
really
you'd be
is.
like, "Fuck."
I'd be so fucked.
Well, you sort of are, but
Yeah. Oh man. I do not remember the name of that queen. It was something cool. Wait, no. Did it start with an A? No, that was the dragon name. Nope, I don't remember.
The name was Eastrail.
Yeah. All right. Sure
Your
was.
sixth question.
How many do you have? More than 10. God damn it.
Your love interest and your friend Sir Bradford were ensorcelled by the magic of the Citadel's Gulthias tree. It was held by a dark druid who kept them ensorcelled. Your party stopped and slew him. What was his name?
Oh man.
now who's gonna go back and watch the videos?
Yeah, right. I should have. I don't know what I was doing. Give me a second. Give me a second. B. Something with a B. Bayleaf.
Bailey.
Oh, dude, it's
Wait a
it's
second,
something.
look at
It's
this
something.
name.
That's awful.
This is a Pokemon quiz.
Oh, but it has to do with the tree. Tell me if I'm close or not. Am I close? It starts with a B. Am I right?
You're close.
Okay. God damn it. Belrog. Bell. I don't know. Something with
Bell's
a bell.
palsy.
The answer was Belloc.
Aha! I was so. I take half points.
4 failures, 2 successes.
Okay. Okay.
Your next question. After the events of the Citadel, you traveled to an ancient dwarven keep. It was built by an ancient dwarven blacksmith who traveled, fought, and died in those halls. Will's master begun a ballad about him. Will finished it. What was his name?
Ooh.
Dude knows my name. That's awesome.
Say my name. Say my name.
Or not.
Oh,
It's all fun and games until the DM plays 20 questions with you.
yeah. Plays fuck you is what he's playing. Oh man. See, I started keeping notes, and after the first session, when Will was keeping them all, I decided I was no longer keeping notes. Oh man.
Imagine how much harder the question would have been if you'd taken those 3 levels.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. I spread them.
That's what she said.
Yep. Yeah, she did. I don't remember.
Oh,
He also wrote what it was.
The answer I can give, but that
Yeah.
counts as another failure.
Yeah, I'm not getting out of here live. I don't know why you think. I don't know why you thought that I would know the answers. Anyways, you didn't. You knew I wouldn't. That's why
The
we're
answer was Durgadin the Black.
here. Yeah, there you go.
Consider the next question your daily double and a chance to catch up, for it's
Okay.
worth 2.
Okay.
While fighting Venomfang, a black dragon who claimed the depths of Kundrakar for himself, your wizard came across 2 powerful wands within the dragon's hoard, which he used to defeat the dragon.
Yeah.
What were those wands?
Oh, it was a wand of wonder and a wand of gusting. They like gust wind or something like that. I don't remember. I don't remember the exact name of it. something with gusting wind, right? Am I wrong?
I believe the wand of wonder was used to create the gust. There was
Oh,
another
okay,
wand.
okay. So that's why I'm wrong. Was it the?
Can I give him a hint?
No. It's the magic missile, wand of magic missile.
Oh, you remember this much.
Yes.
2 points in your favor. 4 for 4.
Can I ask you a question? How long did it take you to come up with all these questions?
Not long. I remember most of this.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you would.
Get fucked.
Okay, all right.
Oh
Fair.
man.
Get fucked. Okay.
3, 4. 4 right.
Yep. I just doubled my points right there. I think I'm 4 and 6.
Oh my god.
4 and 5.
4 and 5. Okay, there you go.
Your next question. After making your way to the Sumber Hills, you stayed within an inn in Red Lodge, and have been there many times.
You know
What's the name of that inn? I mentioned it last session.
Yeah. Oh man, it's something fucking stupid. God
I
damn.
mentioned it last session, like as if that's gonna help. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, right? Does it have Red Larch in the name?
It does not.
Damn. I don't know.
The answer was the Swinging Sword Inn.
Wow. Yeah. No. I wasn't even close. No guesses in my head were close to that one. All right.
Next question. When you arrived at Dr. Tomb's spire, you found it under the control of a group of Wintermount enthusiasts. They claimed to be from a Waterdavian society. What was the name of that society?
A what society? I'm sorry.
Waterdavian Society.
Waterdavian. Is that a word? Is that
Yeah.
like a real word, or did you make that up?
That's a real word.
I can skip this question if you... I'll skip that question.
Okay.
I'll give you a freebie because you're struggling so much.
I am struggling quite a bit.
Let's go back to the inn.
Okay.
Speaking of that inn,
Yeah.
what was the name of the innkeeper who has ever been a kind patron to you?
Shit, if you get this, that's pretty good because I don't fucking remember.
Oh shit. Yep. I don't know. I think it's it's like Jana, maybe.
Not even close.
Okay.
The answer was Calissa or Kel.
Calissa or Kel?
You are 3 wrong answers from death.
Okay, well, here I go.
You and your merry band have gone on quite a murder spree, though you do have a habit of letting some strange characters live, including a lich within the Sacred Stone Monastery. What is his name?
Ooh, I think I do know this one. Let me think about it. Renwick. Is it Renwick?
Ah, you remember him.
Yeah. He was a cool guy. Pretty nice guy.
6 correct answers thus far. Now, back to this spire. You were invited as guests by the Society Feathergale, by the way, the Feathergale Society, to share your stories with these knights. While you were in there, your bard betrayed the trust of the leader of these knights, stealing from him. You and your party proceeded to slay both him and his charges. What was this leader's name?
God, when you say it like that, you make me feel awful.
Thurl!
Ah, you remember that one.
Yep, that was an easy one.
Moroska.
I didn't not remember Moroska, but Thurl.
I'll accept it. You are 3 correct answers from walking out of here, and 3 wrong answers from staying forever.
Okay.
Consider the next question a double. I see you carry with you 2 of the elemental weapons of the prophets of the apocalypse. What were their names?
The weapons?
The names of the prophets that you slew to acquire those weapons.
Oh man. It was that. It was the girl and the okay. I got this. Can I get like one right and the other wrong? Is that all right?
It will count as 1 success and 1 failure.
Oh, of course it will. Of course it will.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Oh man. I don't think I remember either of them. I'm trying to think. I did not study for this test at all. Yeah, that doesn't sound like anything I know.
Oh, that's a sad state to hear.
I really want to know this one. But I don't think I do.
The first thought that popped in my head was fucking the movie Speed. Pop quiz, hot shot. What do you
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. I maybe deserve that one.
Do you concede on this question and accept 2 failure?
I don't think I should. Oh, someone's typing. What have you said? Gets no love from the deck of many things. 20 questions of death.
The clock is ticking, my lizard friend.
I'm a ranger. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer to this one.
The names were Arisi
Wait.
Kalinoth.
Oh, yeah, okay. Go ahead.
Do you want to guess the other?
Is it it's a, like marble or something? It's something with a rock. It's something stupid.
Close.
I don't know.
Marlos Urnrail.
God damn it. Why do I remember the stupidest things? I was like, that sounds like a rock guy. Okay.
This individual leans close. Hang on. The individual who's asking you these questions leans close to your crab, who is completely stiff and unmoving. And as you're beginning to try to look and shift your way towards him, you realize you can't move. It's like you're being held by some unknown force. Your legs are stiff, your hands are stiff. The only thing you can move is your face.
I am rock hard right now. Oh,
Lord.
All right.
The crab is an interesting creature.
Yeah.
But on to the next question.
Okay.
Your wizard carries with him a staff holding dark power.
Yeah.
The staff bears its origination to the original god of death, known sometimes as Old Lord Bone. What is his name?
What is your favorite color?
Oh.
Dr. Connors.
Is this like a D&D thing I should know, or is this something I should know from listening to him talk? Because he's been pretty secretive about his stuff.
Both. Dr. Connors, as you're standing there kind of waiting for something to happen as your ranger has disappeared, your staff begins to glow a little bit.
My staff begins to
No,
glow?
Ket's staff begins to glow.
Okay.
Oh. Does it now?
Yep.
Hmm. I inspect the staff of
Is it?
and try to figure out what the hell's going on.
It's pulsing with energy.
That's what she said.
Is it Kelumvor? That's like the D&D god of death, but I don't know if that's the one that we're talking about.
That's the current god of death.
Okay.
But the current god of death supplanted the original. There have been 3 gods of death within this universe. I myself was one of them at one point. Kellenvor is the current, but between us was Old Lord Bone, the regular Grim Reaper.
Is there any? Obviously, he can't hear us in there, and we don't know what's going on out there. Is there any way? Oh God!
Make another Arcana check. Or a Perception check, your choice.
It will be Arcana.
All right.
Is it miracle?
The pronunciation is off, but I'll give it to you. It is
Okay.
indeed Mercool.
Ooh.
Kent, your staff seems like it's beginning to pulse as it gets closer and closer to where the original dome was.
That's hot.
I'm going to approach that area and see if anything happens.
As you approach with your staff in hand, trying to get a little bit closer, as soon as the tip of the staff begins to kind of enter into that stable space, there is a of energy, and this portal opens back up.
Oh, I go through the portal.
Okay.
Fucking
You
phone a
step,
friend.
you step through the portal, you can hear faint noises. As you begin to get closer, first off, the portal behind you disappears as Kent steps through it. Secondly, you begin to get closer and closer, and you can see Dr. Connors and his crab are both stiff, and they're standing in front of this man with sort of devilish horns, who peers up at you as you enter, and he says,
I see you've begun to phone a friend.
Oh shit.
This should be relevant. Your next question. Speaking of that servant, he is now in the process of creating for himself a soul heart, which he plans on using to bring his master Mercool back into a position of power. That name is invoked to cause this power of that staff.
and he points to Kent's staff.
His name is used to invoke the power of that staff and its darkest reaches. What is the name of that servant?
Now,
I'll whisper to you like, I don't fucking know.
wait. So upon entering the realm, can I at least see sort of what is going on?
Yes.
Can I hear cyric speaking?
Can you hear what?
Can I hear cyric speaking?
Yes.
Cyric.
Yes.
I'm gonna walk up and I'm going to ask Cyric for an explanation as to what's going on here.
He will reach up his hand and he says,
It's not your turn. You may aid your friend, since you've managed to stumble in here yourself, but he has to answer the question.
and you go taut. You can't move either. Just your head.
I'll
Can I
turn to you
speak?
and say, he needs
Yes.
to know what name you use to call the power of your staff.
Oh, let's see. Oh, I think I've forgotten. Oh, no.
I was like, if you're fucking with me.
It would be a real shame if you'd forgotten.
The ultimate backfire.
That'd be strike 1 of 10 for you.
Oh shit.
Can't lean over, but he like kind of creaks over and says, Zaxxus.
The answer is Axis!
Very well. One more question,
Oh, the one question to rule them all.
and I'm very curious to hear your answer on this. Your quest for the power of the three items of legend was inhibited by your once close ally, Dr. Otto Octavius, along with his adamantite-laced arms reinforced by Durgard and Smith work, which your party so generously provided for his benefit. He has been little more than a thorn in your side. You could have ended his life sooner. You could have chased him down. But you didn't. Any death that he causes is on the hands of one of your party members.
Sorry, hold on.
Who is responsible for saving the life of this miserable creature?
Oh, shit.
I believe I would be responsible.
Oh!
You. So you
Right.
accept responsibility for his actions.
I don't. And when you phrase it that way, that's a.
He
You know what?
smiles.
I'm lawful good now, and if you need to
um,
exact.
Real fast. Can Kent interject?
As soon as you try, he raises his hand and your lips are sealed shut.
I say
You believe
I in
you
no
are
way,
responsible for his survival.
I in no way condone what he did, but I believed at the time he was when I saved him in the underdark, that he was worth our time to be left alive, and I've since reconsidered, but I regret it nonetheless.
His smile widens and he says,
Interesting that you would so quickly accept the blame.
I'm one that does a lot of introspection. I'm by no means going to say that someone else has wronged this world more than I have, but I'm trying to make it right.
A noble pursuit. But you can't save everyone. Remember that when next you face your ally. Very well. I consider your answer reasonable. Leave with my blessing, and know I will be watching.
the darkness begins to grow and your vision begins to fade. Will and Tegan, as you're kind of wandering around this area, there is a popping noise as the portal quickly opens up, and as if being thrown out, you see Kent, Sebastian, and Dr. Connors getting ejected from the center of the stable as the portal disappears one more time. As you are ejected out, Dr. Connors, you hold within one of your hands a scimitar. It has what looks to be some sort of foreign runes carved within the blade itself, and it is cold to the touch.
At this point, Kent would like to look at Dr. Connors and goes, "It was the Bard, asshole! It was the Bard that let him live!"
Oh, I didn't. My bad.
Let who live, says Will.
What the heck are y'all talking about?
Oh man. Wow. I think I just met an avatar of death, and he was.
Write this one down. He
very
was cyric.
Oh yeah, here, let me write his name down. How do I spell that? Sorry. Cyric. Oh, not syrup. Okay, got it. Dash. Avatar of Death. Got it. Nailed it.
As you mock his name, you feel a scratching at the back of your skull.
Oh. Well, I hate that. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is not my favorite.
At this point, Kent would also like to point out. So you just pulled me in there, or I just came in there and helped you answer a quiz. Did you think to use the cards you drew from the deck, asshole?
I didn't want to spoil The game. I thought, I'm a competitive sort, and that seemed like healthy sport.
Was there a
No, I
game?
didn't think to
I
use the
really
card.
wish. I really wish he knew what you were talking about.
Oh man, I'll explain it to you how I just met an avatar death, and he tried to kill me if I answered 10 questions incorrectly.
Well, while you're in there, did you find the little phoenix hatchling?
I'll tell you what, I didn't see much of anything except for that guy. I wasn't exactly looking around.
Hey,
No, I
Killy.
didn't.
Yep.
What?
Would it be fair? I mean, I know who Cyric is out of character, but would I know who he is in character?
Make a religion check.
Okay, hold on.
You know who he is. What's strange, though, is that he was thought to have been destroyed.
Okay, at that, I'm going to explain to Dr. Connors. That was the Mad God, not the Avatar of Death. The Mad God, Cyric, who basically, well, he was sort of the god of death at one point, but also held 3 realms of godhood under him: murder, death, and what the fuck is it?
Madness.
Madness.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
more you
full
know.
plate.
By the way,
Yeah.
you might
So you
want to
made a
keep
new
an eye
friend,
out
Dr.
for him in the
Connors.
future.
I mean, he seemed like a cool dude. I'm glad he came. Hey, my heart was racing. My butt was a little puckered when we got out of that. I might not have heard exactly what you said. What when we got out, you said I don't know what you said. Something was at my feet or something.
So first off, you increase to level 11 because
Oh,
of your
nice.
meteor bonus.
Cool.
So you do get access to an additional spell. You can pick that on your own time.
Yep, that's fine.
But as you were ejected out, you have within one of your hands, because your other weapons are sheathed, you have within one of your hands a scimitar. It has some runes inscribed into the blade itself, and it is cold to the touch.
Ooh. Yeah. All right. Sounds great. I'm gonna pick that up, my precious little baby. Can I
All right.
read the runes at all?
Do you read Sylvan?
Let me check. No, doesn't look that way.
You don't know what it says.
Can anyone read this? I asked the party. Except for he's still in his bed. Okay. Yeah. Can anyone read this?
Oh no, Sullivan is not Elvish. No, I cannot.
Kent's gonna just ask a quick question.
Yeah.
Seeing as I wasn't in there for the whole thing, what would have happened if we had gotten all those questions wrong?
Oh, I would be dead. I'm gone. Yeah.
What would have happened to me if you had gotten
Oh.
those questions wrong?
I don't know, man. I don't think his quarrel was with you. I think maybe this was specifically targeted at me. But I could be wrong. I don't know.
Wink, wink.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna hold this baby tight and because it looks nice. Can I see a picture of it? Do you have anything or no?
Hang tight.
Okay.
Let me see.
Well, Dr. Connors, you're going to explain to the Lord Master's area what happened to his little phoenix hatchling, and then
What,
I'm going to return back to the room to bed.
I'll be honest. I do not know. Oh, hey,
All right,
I'm
so
looking through this list of items. We still have that immovable rod. That seems like it would be helpful at some point. Okay.
if you click that link, that's what the sword looks like.
Ooh, that looks nice. That's my main hand, baby. Okay.
Are you going to take the time to attune to it?
Oh yeah, you better believe it.
Okay. Now I'll add for your benefit that you're already attuned to Iron Fang,
Yeah.
Fire, and this bow.
I'll unattune to fire.
Okay.
I'm attuned to Iron Fang and the scimitar.
Okay. So, are the rest of you then proceeding on your way to bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait! I was never attuned to fire. It was the bow, the helm, and Iron Fang.
Okay.
My records show the Dragon Head helmet, the Bow of the Wilds, and Iron Fang.
Yeah. So I'll.
Fire and Fury he has, but he's not attuned to them.
Okay.
Right. I've just been using it, but I can't use its benefits.
Okay.
I'll unattune to the helm for now, so I'll go back down to armor class 16.
Okay.
And I'll attune to Iron Fang in the scimitar.
Okay. Adjust your armor class and your end for me if you would be, please.
Sure. Oh,
And
it's already done.
What's
Okay.
the name of the scimitar? Is there a name to this thing? Oh,
Frostbrand.
Frostbrand. Oh, nice. Classic.
Wow, that's a cool name.
That's a classic.
Okay. So, I will add for your benefit that while you're attuned to this, you gain the following character flaw.
Oh god damn. Just type it. It's more fun.
Okay. Well, I think it'll be more fun to say it out loud.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's
You're
the following
jackass
character.
must answer any question. No, well, okay.
No. Here is the following character flaw. I care deeply about my personal belongings and am reluctant to part with them.
Oh man, I was just getting ready to say I'm gonna give Fire and Fury to someone. All right, that's fine. That's pretty funny as a character flaw, you smartass. But
Even when I lose, I win. Don't piss off the GM.
that's okay.
Checking many things has got more interesting.
Oh man.
Hey,
I'm just shitting with you, man. But
That's
yes,
pretty- no, that's pretty
that's
I like it.
okay. So, otherwise, the rest of you continue your long rest. So go ahead and restore yourselves as the dawn comes.
I'm gonna.
Nice.
I don't want to carry Fire and Fury anymore.
I'll put it in
Does
the
that
bag.
count as I want to keep it, or can I give it to the bag of holding to be?
For the purposes of this, you are reluctant to part with it, but
Okay.
you as you give it to Will, you confirm, hey, those are still mine.
Oh, okay. Sounds great. Reluctant.
These two swords are mine.
So you know what's funny about that, right?
What? Oh, they were. I do know what's funny about that. They weren't mine to begin with.
No.
What?
Should you decide to draw from the deck again, you can't give away your shit.
Oh yeah, that's funny. All right.
Why do you think I made that the cursed character flaw?
Oh man.
Does Kurt have? I mean, there's 5 other items I show on Kurt's possession.
Okay.
Do you want those in the bag, or are you gonna? Because you've got the dragonbone longbow still, or
Yeah.
I mean, you're not carrying
Oh,
two bows.
That's already in the bag.
yeah.
Alright,
That
so-
bow's been in the
alright.
bag.
So the bow's in the bag, the white dragon scale boots, night collar.
I'm wearing the boots. I'm just not attuned to them.
Yep.
Because I'm fucking cool.
Okay, night collar, is that an attuned item?
Does not need to be attuned.
No.
I'm not letting go of that.
And the dragon head, so the dragonbone longbow and the dragon head helmet should go
Right.
in the bag.
Well, the helm I'm still gonna wear in case I want to reattune to it. It's just a piece of armor, but I mean, unless someone else needs something to attune to, it gets +1.
No.
Although I don't know if I'd give it up. I don't know. I mean,
You wouldn't
I'll
give
let
that one
someone
up.
wear it, but I don't know if with my
That's a
flaw.
personal belonging.
Yeah, right.
All right, so
You're
hold
reluctant
on
to
a
part with the helmet.
Yeah, that's
No
fine.
worries.
I'm gonna wear the helmet. I'm just not attuned to it.
Yep.
Okay,
I'm going to bed.
so noted.
Good night.
Could you just check on her? Like,
Oh, that was the best 20 questions ever, though.
It was scary. I'll be honest with you.
How'd you forget Meepo?
I couldn't remember. All I could remember was fucking Ticklecorn and the fact that he murdered that guy after we walked away.
Yeah, I kept looking at my notes. I wanted to say something so bad.
Oh shit. Yeah, but for real, I did start keeping notes, and after like the second session, when you said you were keeping notes, I stopped. So I feel bad.
All right. As the dawn comes and you attune to your new scimitar, what are you doing?
I feel like keeping all my possessions.
That you do.
Yeah, I guess I go and report what happened to the man who is in charge, Mr. Toombs.
All right. You report to Dr. Toombs, and he, worried about his investment, will rush downstairs. Do you follow him?
Yeah, I want him. I mean, yeah, I'll go with him.
Okay. You follow him
All right,
downstairs, and the Phoenix is there.
All right.
And Dr. Toombs looks at you curiously.
I swear it was not there last night when I got sucked into the black hole and then went to bed.
Doctor, make a persuasion check.
Okay. I mean, I don't. Okay.
Because you're trying to persuade him that you're not lying.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Dr. Toombs will say, you're intelligent enough to know that they're intelligent enough that I can't say I don't believe you. I'll tell you what, I'll keep some guards posted down here in the evenings.
I think that would be beneficial.
Now then, what are you off to for the day?
I think we're gonna head into the temple and clear out some cultists.
I wish you luck. Which
Any
temple?
chance you want to come with us?
I'm afraid I have to keep eye on the spire.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. All right. Well, we'll be back. We'll stop by after we're done.
Okay. Alright, so you make your way out to the temple?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now, let me drag it back out to the map here. I should ask, or I should have you clarify then. Based on my understanding, you're basically entering into the air temple from the valley itself and then kind of wandering into whatever from there, right?
Correct.
Okay. So, what destination within the temple itself are you trying to head to?
Well, I don't know because there were I would say I don't know if you guys would agree, but there were not unexplored rooms, but there were hallways that we didn't go down from that first temple, and I don't know which one we would necessarily be walking into. I figured over like here.
By the way, the skeletons and shit aren't there anymore.
I figured over here was we never went down here through there. Where I'm pinging, far right hand bottom corner.
Yep, never went down that particular corridor, and you.
I just zoomed in on the map. My zoom is all wonky. Which ones did we not go down?
There's a passage in that direction that continues down. And there's a passage up here that you have not explored.
Oh. Hold on.
I vote south.
Evens north, odds south.
Just roll a
Go
random.
south.
South.
Let's go south.
I'm down with that.
All right.
We'll let fate decide.
A3.
He's like A25.
I'm just making sure I have the details that say, hey, this is where this goes.
You sink my Bartle ship.
Okay. Hang on, let me find the details here. Okay, all right. So, let me get things set.
Before we walk into the temple, or as we're walking in, I'd like to spend a few minutes and cast Rary's telepathic bond on us followers.
Okay, done. Okay. Let me find it. Okay, here it is. All right, so let me copy paste your tokens over. Bear with me.
Mm-hmm. It's a shame Sire missed that shit. But you know what?
That's what the video's for.
Someone who would have done even worse on that than you was Sire.
All right. Okay, so let's move you over. Oh yeah, and where's my reveal button? There.
Revelio.
Okay. All right, Harry Potter. So, You follow the hallway down for the better part of maybe about a mile, and you eventually arrive at what appears to be some sort of landing. There's a tunnel continuing on to the north, and at this lake shore, you can see there's actually what looks like to be a dark underground river of some sorts with a good but not overly fast current inside. The cavern itself is pretty wide, and it descends down towards this lake shore. There are pulled up on the shore several skiffs on the and yeah, there are passages that lead north.
Ken's going to cast Arcane Eye.
All right, make that spell for me.
Sure thing. 1 second.
Visual information, which has normal and dark vision up to 30 feet. Okay, every direction. You can move the eye up to 30 feet in any direction. All right, so go ahead. You should be able to just draw a shape. Just draw like a little 5-foot cube wherever you want to draw the eye.
Yeah, your ass. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let me see. Rectangle. What do I have to hit to draw a shift or hold? What do you call it?
Shift draws the circle, I think. Nope, it's Alt. Sorry, Alt.
All right, so it should be. Well, I'm trying to. God damn it! That is my shape.
I'll draw it. Okay. All right, so just drag that wherever you want it to be.
We're gonna go up this way. And
Okay.
I'll say, hold on, fellas. I'll scout ahead.
All right. So you can move it a little ways forward, but you can see there's what looks to be a doorway there, and the passageway curves back around to the east.
Okay. I'll let it go a little further. It's 30 feet a clip, like a person. Let's see if I can see anything down the hallway.
Okay, you can't move. You can only move it 30 feet in front of you.
Wait, really?
So it can only go. Yep. I was in the air. Normal vision, dark vision. The eye can look in every direction. You can move the eye up to 30 feet in any direction. There's no limit. Oh, I'm sorry. There's no position how far away your eye can move. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So as you move the eye up there, you can peer down the hallway. It curves back around up to the north. There appears to be some sort of raised dais you can't quite make out from this direction, and another door. But as you focus on the eye, you're kind of peering around, and the rest of you hear a noise from behind, or from your north, behind where the eye is. And poking out from one of the nearby doors, you see what looks like a bugbear as he kind of enters out, and he looks up at this eye.
He can
Did it look like he heard it?
It doesn't look like he heard it, but he walked out and he saw it.
Oh, so all right. So he just happened to walk out.
He can see invisible shit.
Is it invisible? Fuck.
You create an invisible.
Free information.
Hey, there's a bugbear in that room.
There's a bugbear in that room
that I don't know about.
Look, Killy, I'll tell you what. I will not use the eye.
No, it's fine. I just didn't realize it.
No, I know, but let me put it this way. I was planning on using that to scout without really, having to risk life and limb for the entire party. But if you think it would be more fun, and I'm just, call it.
No. I forgot that it was invisible. That's all.
Okay.
You can go ahead with your plan.
Okay. So I'm gonna move forward.
Okay.
Move forward gradually. I know we're not in turns or anything. You're gonna stop here and look all up and down and all over the place.
Okay. The river seems like it meets up here at a nearby bridge. There's a stairway that crosses across the bridge, and there's another pathway that continues on the opposite side of the bridge itself, as well as a passageway that continues on to the north.
I'm gonna take him north. mind you, I can't go in any rooms, although it can go through a thing up to an inch, like, hole, which
Yep.
makes no sense to me.
All right, the passageway continues to curve around up to the north.
All right, I'm just gonna follow around. I'm gonna say, hold
Okay.
on, guys, this will take a few minutes.
It curves back around to the north, and it looks like it curves around to the landing that meets with the river.
Okay, and can I see anything else from there?
The river continues to the southeast and the northwest.
All right, I will cancel the eye.
Okay.
Okay. And with that, I'll say, well, I've scouted ahead a bit. Let's move forward. Let's just be wary. There may be bugbears about. Um, sorry, out of character.
This looks like a place for bugbears for sure.
All right, so I'll move forward and we can start moving up through. I'm just going to tell the guys I couldn't see in any of the doors, but you know, I've kind of got the general layout.
I mean, after I've met an avatar of death, I feel like I'm unstoppable. So let's go.
All right. Wander on, my weary travelers.
I'll listen at the door.
You want
Make a
me to
perception check.
sneak and peek?
Oh yeah, I will get out of the way.
All right. We'll go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage. All right. You were able to pull off the deception easily. These are not particularly smart creatures able to easily discern deceptions. You can see within... I'm actually showing you more information than you really should get, but whatever. You can see within a room full of, yes, bugbears. The ceiling in this chamber is about 20 feet high, and there's actually above a 10-foot loft over here that looks over this room. On the middle of the room, there are piles of crumbling brick, which looks like they mark where ovens once stood. There are straw pallets that are filthy. They look like they're infested with fleas, might be infested with fleas, as well as a water barrel and a cask of provisions, which a couple of the bugbears seem to be kind of munching on. More importantly, around the north, there's an arrow slit at which one of the bugbears keeps watch, and there's a door to the north of this room.
Sorry, Killy, I was just practicing.
All right. How do you guys want to play this?
Draxon, by the way, your ring is pulsing heavily in this temple.
Okay.
You've got a raging clue.
Flaxen, Jackson, Waxen.
Jackson, Waxon.
Okay.
John Doe, North Dakota State.
Yeah. As soon as I heard your name, man, that's the first thing I thought of. All right, so shall we? You guys feel like stretching? Feel like a little workout? What do you say?
Yeah. Let's. I got a new scimitar to break in.
Tuck cracks his knuckles.
Got on up here.
All right,
Tuck is matchless.
hold tight, says Will. Let me. Well, let's. Do we need to roll initiative, or can we?
That depends on what you're doing.
Well, we can open with some crowd control. I can throw a hypnotic pattern in the room. See how that works, and then it should make things easier for you and Tuck and you guys who like to hit things with sharp objects.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Do it.
All right, let's do
I'll
that.
be right behind you.
So it's a 30-foot cube. And let's see. 10, 20, 30. Yeah, I should be able to get them all.
Okay. For your benefit. Okay. For your benefit, I gave you some extra information, but you can in truth only see like down the hallway here. So
Yeah,
your targeting point's going to have to be somewhere along this line.
Yeah, but I can. I can hear. All right, fine. I'm not going to argue. Does that mean I need to center it along that line?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
So that's basically kind of how it would look.
20, 30. Yeah, I mean, I would try to skew it a little bit in the northerly direction with what I would think is a reasonable assumption that there's more of them there. But I'm more than happy to accept what you've got on the board.
Okay.
Watch out! You'll have to answer questions.
What's funnier is what's even funnier is if they're all sleeping.
They're not sleeping. Right?
No. The center point, the best you could do is probably about here.
That's fine.
So,
that's fine.
Okay.
Again, I'm more than happy to accept.
Okay.
Whatever you rule on that.
We'll open with that. We'll say that after that's cast, the bugbears are aware something's going on, and the illusion more or less drops. They know you're there. So let me go ahead and roll. This is wisdom save for each of them.
Yes.
Total
my
of
DC
5.
is 17.
1 fails, 2 fail, 3 fail, 4 fail, 5 fail. So they're all entranced by this hypnotic pattern, and they're all considered stunned.
And I'm like, go get them, guys.
I'll go next.
Go ahead and roll initiative.
That's what I thought.
Kiwi's going to be shaking some bugbears awake.
Oh, I didn't click my guy. Sorry.
Just roll again and then change your roll.
What?
So highlight your guy, hit roll,
Yeah.
and then on the turn order, just click your number and change it to whatever you rolled the first time.
So roll initiative again after I highlight myself?
Yeah, yep. And that'll
Okay.
give you a different number, and then on the left-hand side, or wherever you have your turn order, I'm sorry.
Oh, I see.
Change to
I
18.
see.
Just
I
highlight
got it.
that number and change it.
Oh, wow. Easy peasy. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. Kent, you're up first.
All right.
Oh, did I do something wrong? Oh, did I do something weird with rolling my initiative?
I'll just add you in.
Yeah, you just have to highlight your token before you. That's
Yeah,
all.
you have to make sure your token is highlighted before you roll initiative. That's all.
Gotcha.
Well, Kent's not going to do much because the hallway is kind of a clusterfuck right here. So he's going to walk up to here, and that's all he's going to do.
Alrighty.
A man after my heart.
Dr. Connors, you're up.
I'm gonna walk 25 feet, 30 feet to there. And then let me make sure this spell is what I think it is.
Oh, Killy, is it dark in here, or can we see?
You can see. There's a little bit of enough light in here to see.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how this plays, but can I throw a poison arrow? And because I'm using a poison arrow, I will cast Conjure Barrage. And yep.
That's a new spell, I take it.
No, I've had that one for a while. I just usually use Conjure Animals instead.
Oh, I see. Okay, let's take a look at this because I need the description on.
Sorry.
You throw a non-magical weapon or fire a piece of non-magical ammunition into the air to create a cone of identical weapons that shoot forward and then disappear. Each creature in a 60-foot cone must succeed on a dex save. A creature takes 3d8 damage on a failed save or half on a successful. The damage type is the same as that of the weapon or ammunition used as the component. So basically, you would use the poison arrow, fire it in a cone, and anybody within that cone would get hit with a poison arrow.
Yeah, and take the 14 damage or whatever it is.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Will they be poisoned by it though? I guess is my question.
They all have
Otherwise,
to make
I'll
the
just
save.
burn them.
They'll have to make the save, yeah.
Okay. If they have to make the save against poison, I'll do that, and then they'll have to do the save against both the attack and the save for poisoning. All right.
Okay. And 60-foot cone. So firing the cone out, that's going to hit.
I think I'll hit everyone but this guy over here, right?
Everybody but that guy on the right, you know,
That's what I
because he's
thought.
just out. Okay.
Sorry about your hypnotic pattern, yo.
All right. So you fire out the barrage. Now the guys who are incapacitated are automatically going to get hit, so they just have to make the save against the poison,
Okay.
which I believe is a DC 15 con.
I can tell you. It is a DC 15. Yep. Sounds great. Con.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 2 of them save, the others don't.
Okay.
So
And then you need to make dexterity saves for the 2 in the back.
That's
See if they
pretty
take
cool.
half damage or full.
and let me just take care of the barraged guys. Here, they're no longer in the incapacitated state, and the second and the fourth one saved on the throw, and the rest of them are poisoned. Poison, 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 and I'll say, no, he'll be poisoned anyway because he fails in the save all the same, but he does make a dex save, which he fails, so he takes the full 17 points. All right. You take one of your poison arrows that you bought within the village of Red Larch, you aim it, and you begin to channel the spell. You watch as your one poison arrow flies up into the air and magically splits into several dozen arrows, which just falls atop all of these bugbears all at once. I have to make one more because I forgot to take up the one guy in the back. 15. Okay, and he saves against the dex, so he takes half damage. All right. All right. All right. Are you done then?
I'm going to dash.
Okay.
As my bonus action here. I'm gonna dash right back out that door.
Okay.
Funnel. All right.
All right.
Good.
The poison creatures, by the way, they have disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks. Will, you're up next.
Will is still concentrating on the hypnotic pattern. Unless the damage break them all out?
All but one of them.
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
a.
then
it's not
I'll-
a- oh yes, it is. It is. I'm sorry.
I will release the hypnotic pattern.
Okay.
It doesn't make any sense since I can't see him anyway. It looks to me as though everyone's broken free. Just for the fun of it, I'm going to draw my rapier. And going to go with Danger Zone.
All right.
Just because I like that. And
Okay.
hold on, let me get a look at the... I'm going to take a step in to about here so I can see more of them. And I'm going to use my Wand of Entangle, which I believe is a 20-foot cube. And I should be able to get those 4 that are... I'm going to go with those 3 in the back. So center it roughly here and get those 3.
Okay, give me just a second.
I don't think I can get more than that. I can't see this guy, so I don't know that he's there, but I can see the rest of them.
All right, it is a 20-foot cube.
All right, I'll draw it
out. 5, 10. I got it. All right, so you're looking at those 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So they all have to make strength saving throws on the wand. I believe it's a DC. You know what? I forget what it is. 13. Okay.
I'm guessing it's usually 13.
We'll take a look here. It is 13.
13.
All right. So the 2 that are poison will have disadvantage on the roll, and one will succeed. One will fail. He is entangled. The first one is entangled. As for the one who's not affected and not poisoned, he fails. So the 2 in the back are entangled.
Okay, and then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to step back out.
Okay.
Actually, all the way out.
Okay. The bugbears will go next. This one is going to shift around the vines, and he is going to bang loudly on the door in the back. And he yells something in Goblin. The two up front, the two who are entangled, are going to attempt to free themselves. The one who's not poisoned fails. The one who is poisoned fails. This guy is going to maneuver around forward, and then the remaining few are going to move forward. They're going to slam the door, and they're going to try to keep it from being opened. So the door is shut, and you cannot see in there for the time being.
The way is shut.
It was made by those who are dead, and the dead keep it. Tuck will wiggle by Draxon, seeing the door is shut, is going to basically do an unarmed strike against the door. Well, he'll attack the door.
I attack the darkness.
No, yes, and yes. A few bits of, and this is a stone door, so actually the 16 won't hit. The 19 will. He swings in with the staff and doesn't do it. He does one concentrated strike with his arm, and there's this loud boom as he pushes against the door, and there's a little bit of stone that kind of cracks off of the door. He's made a good indent, but he's not able to open it. Sebastian is next.
I guess he'll try to hit the door as well. I know Tuck's in the way. I guess he won't. Nope, that's good.
All right, Tegan, you're up next. If you're not doing anything else with him.
The door's still shut, right?
Yep.
You know what? I'm going to hold my action, I think. And
Okay.
I'm going to hold, just because I'm dying to use it, will be Primal Savagery.
Okay.
What I will hold.
Draxon, what do you do?
Well, I guess I'll turn to my party and ask, do we even want to go in this door and fight these things?
That's sort of what we do.
I am a purveyor of justice. We must take down these bugbears.
And
Am I able
King,
to am I able to move Tuck out of the way of the door and try a hand at opening?
Sure.
All right, we'll do that. Since I had a surprise burst of strength during the strongman competition.
You touch Tuck with your ring and he bursts. He shatters.
I'm not killing Tegan or Tuck while he's not here.
I was joking.
He has to be present so I can savor it.
All right, so I'm moving in front of the door. So I'm currently hugging. I'm currently hugging Tuck, and I'm going to take a shot at knocking this stone door.
Sure. Make an attack roll.
Sorry, say it again.
Make an attack roll.
All right.
And remember that you get 2 at your level, so you can make 2 swings with your sword if that's what you're doing.
Yep, I was going to pull out the long sword.
Okay. All right, the 19 will land. All of you watch as this paladin comes up to the door, and with a strong anger about him, he strikes hard against it. The first swing bounces off, and he swings in a second time, even angrier, and a bit of the stonework that makes up this door begins to chip away. You begin to see, as you get the second bit off, a bugbear eye kind of peering through the chipped stonework, and he cries out a warning in Goblin.
Can I poke him in the eye?
Maybe on your turn. We'll see. Kent, you're up.
Yeah, Kent's just gonna hold Firebolt as an action.
Okay.
So whatever he sees first, he's going. Well, let me clarify that. Whatever he sees that he considers a threat first, he's just going to cast Firebolt on it.
Okay.
And I'm going to hang right here. Because I can't get through that door. Well, I could, but I'm not going to.
All right.
Well spoken.
Okay. Dr. Connors, you're up next.
I'm going to.
One more thing while I'm thinking about it. The bugbears are going to repeat their poison saves at the end of their turn, but go ahead.
I'm going to walk up to this wall, and you'll see me put my hand in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And what saves are they doing?
For the poison, they get to repeat the save at the end of the turns from the poison arrow. I forgot to do that.
Poisoned until cured.
Let me look. If I look specifically at the magic items acquired for the poison-tipped arrows.
Oh, sure. Okay. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yep. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of their turns.
Oh, I didn't know you made a tooltip for it. Thank you.
Yep. It's under your magic items acquired.
I see it now. Yep. I just stole poison from. Yep. It doesn't matter. Okay. Cool. I'll reach into my pocket and pull out a fuzzy ball and throw it in, and then that summon. Roll 1d8. What is that?
A 4.
Where are you, bag?
It's the bag of
Someone's
tricks.
a goat. So I have a goat inside there now.
Okay. You throw in the fuzzy ball from the bag of tricks, and out spawns.
God damn it. Okay, there we go. I need a token for. I didn't even think.
Yeah, I gotta give you control. Hang on.
I have control of the bag, which I was gonna use. Oh, you made a. Okay, never mind.
There. You have control of it. You have control of the goat.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually toss it like in here. It's up. Yeah, there we go. It doesn't matter. And then
That's fine.
I'll have him. Oh wait. Yeah, I'll have him ram this guy.
Okay.
What a good goat.
He has advantage because he's grappled.
Ooh.
I think.
Oh.
I'm sorry, he does not have advantage. I'm confusing grappled with another condition.
All right, the 9 it is.
Okay. You try to butt him, and it doesn't happen.
Okay.
You're kind of peering through this island to see what the goat's up to, and the rest of the bugbears kind of are shocked to see this goat appear out of nowhere.
That's a good goat.
Will, you're up.
Goats, huh? I like goats.
Who doesn't?
What can I do to that door? Oh. Going. Can I target? Man, I can't target something. A place I can't see. Right? Like I can't target a shatter spell so that the radius hits the door, but not the paladin in front of it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
No, if you cast Shatter, it's going to hit the paladin too.
Yeah, that stinks. Okay.
Come look through this hole. I'll say mentally.
That's what she said. Well, no, I see you doing it. I mean, I could do that, I suppose. I'm just trying to be creative. Nope. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to move up to here and say, what are you looking at? And hold on. Man, my zoom is all messed up. I can't see anything. There we go. I'm going to say, wow, you're really taking the goat by the horns, aren't you? That guy there.
Okay. They fail. Which one are you targeting? I assume the one you can right in front of you.
Yeah, the one I can see right there. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, he has disadvantage on his next attack, and he's grappled.
Does he look hurt?
He's looking kind of hurt. Yeah, not as badly hurt as some of the other characters in here, but yeah, pretty badly hurt.
It's hilarious. I keep looking, like giggling like kids in school as we look through this glory hole.
All right. Okay. In that case, the bugbears will go next. The one who was back banging on this door is going to... You see him shift forward a little bit. The two who are grappled... I'm sorry, he's going to shift forward and he's going to attack the goat. My bad. Whack. Goat's gone. All right. The two who are grappled are going to attempt to free themselves again. One fail. Another fail. And then you don't see what the other bugbears are doing.
Sorry about that, guys. I had to let the dog out.
Okay.
They're going to shift around in here, but you don't see that happening. Tuck is going to make another attack against the door. Another series of attacks against the door. Miss, miss, and miss.
I gotta step away 1 second.
I am not. I don't have Garen's dice.
Apparently not.
You just rolled 2 1s in a row, so.
Garen attacks the door fruitlessly. He cuts his dick on some sharp stone. Sebastian.
I'll try to attack the door, I suppose.
Okay.
Oh, well, the 10.
10. No. Bang, 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 bang.
Okay.
All right.
Let me in.
Tegan.
Everybody's blocking the door still, right?
Yeah. You got a whole group of folks kind of blocking the door at this point.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna make room for my mage. Moving up here, and I'm gonna hold my action of Primal Savagery again. Go around.
Okay.
Till we figure out how we can get in here.
All right, Draxon, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna just continue to strike at this
Door.
I'm gonna just do one attack at first in case I open it and I can need to like move out.
All right. Okay, 25 will land. You can have another attack on you.
And the door is still not open.
The door is not open. You've cracked away at a good portion of it, though. You think if you get maybe another 3 good hits on it, you could get it completely down. If you got another good hit on it, you could probably try to stab through it.
That was my next question. So the previous before this hit, there was a little hole. Obviously, I don't.
Yeah, about the size of a peephole. Yeah.
Okay. So this hit with my 25, did it open up that hole anymore? Did it create a big enough hole to maybe stick the sword through and hit this?
You could if you really wanted to try to shove something in there, but it's going to be kind of stuck if you try to do it a little bit.
Story of my life.
Speaking his language.
In the words of the DM, you can certainly try.
I'll just take a whack at the
Lean
door.
over that ledge.
All right. No effect whatsoever. A couple of splinters fly off. You kind of instinctively raise your hand to drop block them, and yeah, it's just making you more pissed off.
Okay.
At the top of the round is Kent.
Okay. Here's what Kent's going to do. Kent's going to move to here. And if you'll allow me a little bit of color with this, Kent begins to cast a spell. And what first appears like mage hand turns into a giant hand. And he casts Bigby's hand.
Bigby's hand!
Now, I would like to do 2 things, if you will allow this, just for the little flourish.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to... you could tell me if you this is not good. But I would like to just put the hand here like you were putting it down like in a chopping motion, right? And just move these guys apart and then smack the shit out of the door.
Sure. You watch as your wizard conjures up this large-shaped hand. It pushes itself kind of in between the paladin and the monk, and gently kind of pushes them away from the door. And then it turns into a fist and it tries to slam hard against the door.
Now I don't know what I need to roll for that. I'll link Bigby's hand. Hold on.
So I'm looking at the spell here. It has a strength of 26. So just go ahead and roll a d20 and add 8 to the total. D20 plus 8.
Okay, hold on. Dice roller.
26.
All right, we'll add 8 to the total, so that's going to be 24. You crack this hand hard against the door. You watch as bits of stone and just begin to fly out. About half the door kind of gets blown through as the bugbears kind of duck as it kind of almost folds in on itself. Half the door is still standing. They're doing what they can to try to hold fast for a little bit longer. But you can see in there now they're considered under half cover while they're holding this door tight.
I just linked it just for shits and giggles.
Yep.
Holy shit. That's a lot.
That's a lot of text, yeah, because they moved all of Bigby's hand spells into one. Or they moved all of Bigby's spells into one spell.
Mm-hmm.
With that, the hand is. I'll just leave it sitting there waiting to knock the shit out of the door again.
Okay.
But they can see in it under half cover, right?
They can see you. You can see them. There's half cover between the two of you.
Okay. And I'm just gonna move 5 feet, because I can see the hand. I don't need to. All I need to do is maintain concentration on it, and I'm gonna move to there.
Okay. Dr. Connors.
Well, it went so well the first time. I think I'm going to reach into my bag of tricks and toss another one of those things in.
All right.
Another little ball for.
Okay.
1d8. Oh. It's another goat! Goat me up!
Another goat.
I'm gonna. How far can I toss?
You summoned the goat?
There. Yeah.
Another one.
Another goat. Can I toss him to there? Nah, probably not. I could probably only toss him to here. I'll do it there.
It'd be funny if you could summon a shark there and just lays there.
That would be entirely useless. Oh, I'm trying to hold on.
Floppy shark.
Armor class of 10, not looking good. I guess I'll just attack this poison guy in front of me.
All right.
18.
That'll hit.
Holy shit! 5 bludgeoning damage.
Conjuring from this ball as you toss it through the arrow slick, it goes ding ding ding. Becomes another goat, and it just kind of moves its way through the remaining entangle and just headbutts this guy in the nuts. He keels over. He's still standing, but barely, as he grasps his nuts. Will. Might be AFK still.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Will's trying not to die laughing as he's watching this. And I didn't know goats ate nuts. to the one who got his nuts whacked.
Okay. He fails. He's looking just insulted and barely standing. All right. Are you doing anything else?
No, I'm just enjoying the crap out of it. Watching this. This is hilarious.
All right. Now, you hear a noise from behind you, Will and Dr. Connors, as the door opens from behind you, and you see a handful of individuals in barnacle-looking armor begin to maneuver their way out. 3 of them are holding jars. As they maneuver their way out, you watch as they open the tops of those jars, and pouring out from the tops of those jars are a handful of water-like creatures. Shift enough so they have enough room. A handful of water-like creatures.
Well,
that
this stopped being fun. Oh, we've seen them.
To be fair, only you've seen them.
True. You guys didn't believe me when I saw them.
Still don't.
Hey, it's those things I saw.
Wait a minute. What the fuck happened? I had to restart my computer super quick. I come back and what the hell is this?
Well,
we're living
out
in
of the
Will's
room and
dream
said,
now.
will any paladins oppose me? I won't do anything bad if any paladins step forward. And you weren't here. And then he summoned all these things. I don't know what happened.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, so I couldn't get back to my roll 20.
I
was
really joking. That's not what happened. They just came out of the door.
All right.
Okay. And the rest of them are kind of holding in the back. All right. Now these watery creatures go up next. The hallway here is kind of limited, so the only one in the front's the only one who can really attack. He is going to move to Dr. Connors, and he is going to attempt to constrict you.
I wish he would.
Your AC is now 16, so that hits. You are grappled by this creature.
Oh, look at that.
And you are pulled within this creature, and you are considered drowning.
When do I get to roll to counter it? It's on my turn, right?
You can try to escape on your turn as an action. It's a strength check of 13.
Oh, okay.
All right. The bugbears will go next. Again, the two who are grappled are going to attempt to free themselves. And before I've already forgot. We'll do the saves at the end of their turn. All right. One fail. The other one has broken free. The one who's up next to the goat is going to attempt to attack it. And miss. The goat ducks out of the way. Now, he's hearing the noise from the north. The bugbears are going to then open the door and begin to pour out.
Question.
Yes.
Can they just move straight through the hand? Which is I
suppose they can't. You have a point. So they're going to open the door, and from where they are, one of them's going to attack with his Morningstar. The other three are going to chuck javelins at this hand. You'll need to keep track of his hit points somewhere.
I believe it has 20. The same points I have.
The hand is an object that has AC 20 and hit points equal to your hit point maximum. Yes.
Okay.
So.
Wow, that's a lot of hit points.
Yep.
Not for a wizard. Well, debatable.
I mean, for a conjured hand, I feel that's a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so one is attacking it with his Morningstar.
Nope.
AC 20, so that misses. The other three are chucking javelins at it.
That one does.
7 points. The other two miss. So javelin sticks into this magical hand that you have conjured. You actually feel a sharp stinging pain, but you're not actually damaged.
Right. Okay. Let me just write that down real fast. I'll pull up my thing here. Let's keep a track of it.
2, 3. Okay. And one of the bugbears shakes off the poison.
Okay.
All right. Tuck, seeing the situation, is going to shift up towards the water weird, and he's going to attack it thrice. And he is going to flurry of blows it. Miss, hit, and hit. So 3 of those strikes will land. 31 points. Okay. He manages to strike, for the most part, well into the water weird while it's being constricted. But Dr. Connors, you narrowly avoid one of the punches as it almost hits you. Sebastian is up next.
Here, hold on.
Can I go through the hand?
No. If the bugbears can't, you can't.
Can I get around it? I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Maybe, but there's still a half a door in the way.
Well, I'm just going to redraw that.
You know what?
Right.
In fact, because that's
right here.
yeah. In fact, because
if that's what you're asking, I'm trying to like get down the hallway. It doesn't matter. I'll just stay right here. This is fine.
Okay.
Or can
Okay.
I get to here?
Yeah, I will say I forgot about the half cover, so technically you'd still get a +2 AC to that hand, so that 7 damage wouldn't have landed.
Oh, all right.
So
I will make sure I put it back up to 64.
Yeah. So none of those attacks land. All right. Sebastian is shifted up there. Anything else?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Tegan.
All right. First of all, am I engaged with the water weird that's north of me at this point?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it changes what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to turn around and hit the water weird with my new favorite little spell.
Alrighty. All right. The fangs of your well, the fangs, the claws of your hands begin to enlarge, and you slash into this creature. It does land.
All right, and then as a bonus action, I'll go ahead and use Shillelagh on my staff to turn to the scimitar.
Okay.
Just so it's there.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right.
All right. So just real quick. So, Killy, I have a attack under my attack and spell casting. I have Frost Breath. Now, is that considered a spell because it's not under my spells?
No. It's part of your natural abilities of Dragonborn.
Perfect. So if I move to here, can I? It says a target of 2. Can I attack the front 2? With that. Can I see the second one? I guess is what I'm asking.
You can see the second one from where you are. Yes.
Okay.
Link this. Go ahead and link the ability for me.
Oh, whoops!
It doesn't give the description. Huh.
Yeah, I don't have a description of it. That's kind of what
I'm just looking at. I was looking at the range. 15-foot cone is what I was looking for. Okay. So yeah. From where you are there, it's a conal ability, and based on the radius, yeah, you could hit them, but it's going to hit your ranger in the process.
That's okay. So then I don't necessarily want to do that then. Okay.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, but I don't want to have.
But you could.
I would not be a paladin. I would not be a paladin if I was hurting my partner. Apparently, I need to be a little more pally-like in my decision.
I'm sorry. I'll remind you that you're an oath broken.
Correct, but
and your alignment isn't lawful good.
Shh. I know. Shh. That's the only way that I can. That's the only way I can reach, unless, or no, I guess. So if I attack this front one, am I gonna hurt? Am I gonna hurt? Sorry, whatever Miles' character name is.
Kurt Connors, Doctor Kurt Connors.
Possibly, but not likely.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm just gonna hit him with a long sword. Then
you'll hear me gurgle.
Okay.
And I can attack, or no, I moved, so it's one. That's one attack.
Yep. So the first swing comes in. The necrotic aura from your swinging aura, the necrotic aura from you, kind of bouncing off the sword as you swing into this creature. And you got a second swing in there? There you are. Okay. So the second swing comes in as well. This creature is looking kind of haggard, but it still desperately grasps onto Dr. Connors. Kent, you're up at the next round.
All right, Killy, I may have I may have been wrong with that, and I apologize, because now I'm reading this a little bit closer. Because, and this is my apology. So basically, the hand can do a bunch of different things. But I guess the way it's worded, I guess I would have to choose what it's doing. And I don't know that it can act as a reaction. So if you want those guys to come out into the hallway,
That's too late now, but
well, yeah, but it's not because you could probably do it on their next turn. And
yeah, but I was gonna cut folks off. That's all.
Okay, well,
you can cut me off. That's fine. I'll move back.
No, you weren't cut off.
The crab was.
Just keep rolling with it so we don't waste time.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to throw it out there because I figured because I was reading further down and I didn't see the part where it said interposing. So is the door still halfway up?
Yep.
I'm going to attack the door again.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because I don't think I can attack. Well, can I attack him behind the door?
I would. Yeah, you can if you really wanted to.
All right, I'm going to attempt to hit him.
Okay. So make a melee spell attack with your game statistics.
I don't even know how to do that. Hold on.
Roll 1d20 plus whatever your spell attack bonus is.
So it should be 4. All right.
Yours is only 4? I bet it's higher than that.
Wait a minute. What did I do?
Your spell attack bonus is 8.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, yours is...
8 plus 8. You roll a 16.
Yeah.
All right. It bashes against the door, and it does not cause any damage. You try to smack it in there, but the bugbear ducks behind the remnants of the door, and it's not quite able to hit him.
Okay. All right. I guess that's all I could really do right now.
Okay. Dr. Connors, you are restrained and are considered drowning.
I don't know what the drowning effect is, if you can enlighten me as a player.
It's suffocating, so here's how suffocating works with drowning. You can hold your breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus your con modifier. When you run out of breath, you can survive for a number of rounds equal to your con modifier for a minimum of 1 round. At the start of your next turn, you drop to 0 hit points and you're dying, and you cannot regain hit points or be stabilized until you can breathe again. So what is your con?
Stay in here for 3 minutes.
3 minutes or 30 rounds.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay right here. I'm going to pull out a arrow from my bag and throw it and cast Conjure Barrage like I did before. Straight down the hallway.
Okay. You throw, while you're within this water weird, you throw the arrow to Conjure Barrage.
Yeah.
The arrow doesn't go very far because you're throwing it essentially in water. And it's caught to the resistance of the water. So
I throw it with my bow. Sorry. How about that?
Okay. Still going against water, I'm going to argue that it's going to hit half the radius. So it'll affect a 30 feet cone. We'll hit all the water weirds, but not the reavers in the back. Well, one of the reavers, two of the reavers in the back. So, sure. The water weirds will make their dex saves. That damage is all poison damage with the poison tipped arrow?
No, I'm just doing the normal arrow. I didn't use.
Oh, you're doing normal arrow. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case,
just
1, 2, 3. So 2 fails, 1 success. One of the ones that fails is the one that you're trapped in.
Okay.
It takes a little bit of damage, but it still holds you tight.
Yeah, I rolled 2 1s, so that's pretty cool.
And then for the ones in the back, two failures, and they'll take the hit. Their armor doesn't look particularly strong, and it does look like that damage actually stings them quite a bit. Will, you're up next.
Okay.
Oh, my goat needs to go. Sorry.
Oh yeah, good.
It didn't hit. Your turn, Will.
I'm gonna set the whole place on fire. No, only kidding. I'm going to. Oh man, so many things to choose from. None of them effective. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast this on one of the watery things.
Okay. Which one?
The one in the middle. All right. Say, my friend, how tormented you must be trapped here, slaves to these people. Help us, and we will free you. Hold them off. And I gesture to the ones behind him.
All right, it shifts around, clearly affected by your spell. The Reavers will hold their action. The Water Weirds will begin to try to shift around, but they're blocked by the one in the middle who moves to attack. First attacking the one that is most damaged, trying to somehow constrict him. You watch as the Water Weird in the center constricts around the one that is holding Dr. Connors and manages to cause the link connecting this creature to one of the pots that the Reavers in the back are holding completely, and it just turns into water and splashes on the ground. Dr. Connors, you're no longer grappled.
Yay.
The one in the back is going to try to constrict the one who is charmed. Doing so. So you watch as one of the Water Weirds is essentially pulled into the other.
So it's just like a writhing mass of water as they wrestle.
Kind of.
That's so cool.
The Bugbears will go next. What's up, Ken?
What's up?
4 Bugbears rush out of the door to attack you.
Oh, do I get to any chance to stop that from happening as they come out of the door?
You can make one attack of opportunity against one of them if you wish. It's a reaction.
All right, I'll try to attack the first one that comes out and grapple him.
Okay.
How did that do?
You land. Ironically, it's enough that it kills him, and so all that happens is he falls over dead.
All right.
The other 3 come through. So your crab basically trips one of them who falls over and just dies. The other 3 trampling over his body, and they all move to attack you, Kent.
That's fine.
1 crit miss, 1 really bad miss, and one of them will land for 14 points of damage. I need to make a con save.
Yep. Already on it.
All right, Bigby's hand is still up.
Okay.
All right. As for the ones back here, this guy is going to maneuver down to the arrow slit, and it's going to shove out a javelin right at Tuck. And miss. The one who is still grappled is going to attempt to free himself once again. Still stuck. And the one with this goat who spawned right next to him is just going to shift over a little bit, and he's going to attempt to attack this goat. Dead goat.
Yeah, that's a dead goat.
All right. They repeat their con saves at the end of the turn. 1 success, 1 failure. So the grappled one shakes off his poison. All right. Tuck's next. Seeing the opportunity, swinging around at this bugbear, the arrow slit's too small for him to really do anything. So he is just going to shift around towards these water weirds, and for the one who is attacking the charmed one, he is just going to attack it 3 times. One, two, three, and he's going to make a stunning strike against the one. right, and all 3 of those will land. All right, and he has to make a con save. And I think Tuck's DC is 17.
Probably.
18, actually, because he increased his ship. All right, so you watch as Tuck wails into the hostile one who gets stunned, and the other one just kind of pops out and pushes him back. Sebastian is up next.
Sebastian will come on down and attack both of the ones in range there.
Okay. 20 will land, as will 18, for 8 and 13, respectively. So that answer me this: which one is 18 landing on? Which one is the 20 landing on?
I'll just go top to bottom. So
Okay.
18 and 120.
All right. So you slam hard into the first one, who stays standing. You slam even harder into the second one, who collapses over. You take out that one.
No, I'll move into his space then.
Okay. Tegan, you're up.
All right. Well, you know what? Just to kind of get this over with, I'm going to Eldritch Blast one shot at this guy since he's pretty badly hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if he's still standing.
Okay. And I'm sorry, you're doing it against whom?
This top one. The one that's looked like he got hit by Sebastian pretty good.
Okay. The first Eldritch Blast blasts into him. He takes a little bit of damage, but he's otherwise standing. He's looking still comparatively healthy.
Okay, I'm gonna hit him again then.
Okay. All right. 16 will land. All right. He's still standing, but he takes both of those hits and he rears back as the golden energy fades from your hands.
Okay.
All right. If you're done.
Yes, I'm done.
All right. Will, you hear the shifting of someone in the peephole behind you, and you hear the conjuring of a spell.
Counterspell. No look counterspell.
360 no scope.
360 no scope counterspell. Boom. All right, you counterspell it. Go ahead and burn one of your spell slots, though.
Yep.
You hear muffled behind this aeroslide. Draxon, you're up.
Can you guys hear me?
We can
Yep.
now.
All right, sorry, I had to fix it. I'm moving up. I'm going to.
That one is charmed, by the way.
Correct, but I don't have a range attack that will not hit that guy and hit the people behind him. Probably going to. So what does Frost Breath actually do besides doing some damage? There's got to be something else to it, or does it just hit 2 targets with?
It just hits targets and they take frost damage, basically.
Okay.
It's a racial ability. That's what it does.
Racial abilities are generally pretty weak.
Yeah. Okay.
Mine spits acid.
And yeah, I don't think you've ever used it.
I think I used it once and it backfired on me. You're like, they take no damage. I'm like, good. glad I did that.
All right, sorry, give me 2 seconds here. All right, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and hit. Jesus, I guess I don't know. I'm just gonna hit this guy that's closest to me with, or can I move? Since this guy's charmed, can I move onto him and hit the one behind him?
If you move onto him, you're going to be in the water.
Right. Okay.
In the water.
In the water, down in the bayou.
Yeah,
There's
screw it.
gators down in that
I'm just
bayou.
gonna,
Cage in the
I'm just
water,
gonna,
shakes,
I'm gonna go ahead
shots
and
in the
hit this
water.
guy closest to me.
I'm sorry, what? We were making Cajun jokes.
You're fine. I'm just gonna hit this guy close to me.
Okay. All right. The first attack will land. The second one will not.
All right.
Now,
I'm assuming he's gonna be uncharmed now that I hit him.
yep, he is uncharmed as soon as you hit him.
What? No.
At the top of the round is Kent.
Okay. Now that I've got this worked out, and I apologize for earlier, Achilles. Kent is going to command Big B's hand to become Big B's grasping hand, and he is going to attempt to grapple the closest bugbear to it. Now, what we need to do is the hand attempts to grapple a huge or smaller creature within 5 feet of it. I think I can, yeah, within 5 feet of it. If the target is medium or smaller, you have advantage on the check. While the hand is grappling the target, you can use a bonus action to have the hand crush it. So I need to roll strength.
Yep. We'll call this, because it's not really specific in the spell detail, we'll call this an opposed strength check. So go ahead and roll your d20 and add 8 to the total.
Well, the question is, do I actually have to roll for that? Because it has a strength of 26 plus 8.
Well, the plus 8 is the modifier for having a strength of 26.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
You use your. It says you use the hand strength score to resolve the grapple.
Oh, okay.
So we'll call this an opposed strength check.
Yeah. One second.
Your hand strength against his, not that he's particularly strong, it appears.
Okay.
I think you beat him just by rolling at all.
Yep, because you have a plus 8 modifier. So he's grappled, and you're going to go ahead and just basically crush him in the hand. Go ahead and roll 2d6 plus whatever your spellcasting modifier is.
2d6 plus 8, and we're going to add a plus 4 to that because I guess I can do that once a day.
It's once you. It's for evocation spells only.
Oh, evocation only. My bad. My fuck up, Killy.
It's okay.
I was a little unprepared for tonight.
It's okay.
Sorry.
But that's not once per day. That's once per round.
Oh no shit! I thought it was once per day. See, I'm really off tonight.
That's awesome. Evocation spells are like rare, but
no, they're not. They're my bread and butter.
Oh, have you been taking? Okay.
He's an evocation savant. That's his mastery as a wizard.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So at level 10, he gets to add 4 to the damage roll of any evocation spell he casts every round.
That's pretty cool.
So 2d6, and that would be plus 8. Plus 8 roll. $13.
Okay. You grasp against this bugbear and you crush it hard within the grasp of Big B's hand. A grim smile across your face as you do. You hear the satisfying clenching of bone and gut as it dies within the hand. You release him, only to watch this pile of goo kind of splatter against the stonework floor.
Talk to the hand.
Works for me.
And you say, talk to the hand. Dr. Connors.
What is the debuff on this guy here?
Stunned.
Lightning bolt. Stunned. Okay. I'm gonna cast Shatter on the 6 in the back.
Okay. Let's spell for me.
Oh, never mind. I need to hit submit. There you go.
All right. Con save on this is 60 feet. So.
Yeah, I'll hit him, and it's a 10-foot radius from there. I can cast it within 60 feet of me.
Okay.
This origin.
Okay, so for the radius. Okay, so it should hit all the 6 reavers in the back.
Right, and I'm gonna try not to hit the stun guy. Yeah.
Okay, so first off, they will all make their con saves. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 successes on the ones in the back. The other 4 fail. and 12 on the rest. Okay. Now, firstly, one of the Reavers up front dies from the shattering damage. Two of them, in fact, in front die from the shattering reaving damage. Now, the other thing that happens is these water weirds are connected by watery strands to these pots that some of these Reavers are holding. And with the shattering going out, those pots will shatter. And as the pots shatter, you watch as the coalesced form of both of these watery creatures just dissipates.
Fucking nailed it.
And they're gone.
And then good old Sebastian gonna attack that last little bugbear down there.
Okay. He whacks him across the nuts. He goes down, crying.
Cool. All right.
Kent is no longer surrounded. Will's
gonna turn around and then look at the guy who was casting the spell on the other side of the peephole.
He's as you get a look at him, he's got this big long gray beard and he's got an eye patch over one eye. And he's kind of peering through the eye slit back at you.
And Will goes, "Arr!" Ding! On his lute, and is going to cast Synaptic Static at him.
All right.
Which is
I think that's an
best
AoE,
thing. The best thing about Synaptic Static is that it's an enchantment, not a evocation. So he saves with disad.
It'll hit the other two bugbears there as well.
Oh, because it's a radius. That's right.
20-foot radius. Yeah, all of them have to make intelligence saving throws.
With disadvantage. Yeah.
Why are they at
hit all three of them?
Because of the instrument. It's an enchantment. It's not a evocation. That's one. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Wow, that's a good spell for me." Unless you just don't want the spell to have the advantage from the instrument.
Well, the effect from the instrument is when you use the instrument to cast a spell that causes targets to become charmed. On a failed save, the target has disadvantage on the throw. That's the only thing they get disadvantage on is for the charm. This is just raw psychic damage. They don't get disadvantage on this.
Okay, that's fine.
So yeah, it's only when
we've been kind of playing it all enchantment spells, but that's good. No, that's fine. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's probably because I wasn't reading.
It's more balanced that way anyway. I like it. I like that better.
Okay, so only when you try to charm, then they disadvantage. Okay, so the bugbears will make their intelligence saves. A 16, which doesn't save, and a 0. All right, so the psychic damage from this affects both of them, and they die instantaneously. As for the man,
does it hit the one in the back as well?
No, it's 20-foot radius.
He's only able to see so far in, so with the other two blocking, so he's only able to get maybe right around here at the centered point.
Okay, I mean, okay. Roll that con save. Or intelligence.
Fuck it. That'll hit him. Whatever. We're running out of time.
Running out of time.
All right. It'll hit that guy in the back he goes down to.
Oh, wow. Cool.
All right. As for this one-eyed individual here, he fails, and he takes the full 27 points of damage as he rears back. And he has muddled thoughts because of synaptic static.
Yep.
All right.
You need to roll 1d8.
Do you make the d6 roll every time, so it's a different number every time, or is it you just roll once
for the whole minute? So for the full minute, it rolls a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all of its attack rolls and ability checks as well as con saves to maintain con. So every time I have to make a save or a con, I subtract a d6.
Or an attack roll.
Or an attack roll, yeah. Anytime attack roll, saving throw, whatever, the d6. It's not a con. You don't roll d6 and apply that number constantly throughout. It's d6 every time you want to draw it.
Right. Okay. Cool. So because it's got the snap crackle pop going on in his brain right now.
Yep. All right. Are you do anything else?
Snap crackle pop.
Yeah, I'm going to. Oh wait, that's concentration, is it not?
Synaptic Static?
Yeah, because it's a minute long, right? No, it's not. Oh my god!
I
have an attack spell without concentration. That's awesome. Going to just kind of duck out of the way so that he can't see me if he looks through the peephole.
Okay. The Reapers will go next. Being kind of brought into a fanatic state, they're just going to charge forward. The two up front are going to make slashes, one to Tuck, one to Draxon, with some long swords. And the long swords themselves are they're carrying shields that look like they're made of some sort of chitinous shell. The long swords, a couple you've seen this before. The long swords look like they're made out of shark teeth, but they're going to swing this one at Draxon, which does not land, and the other one at Tuck, which also does not land. And the two in the back are going to chuck javelins at both of them respectively against Draxon and against Tuck. All right, the one on Tuck will land, piercing him in the side. The weirds are no more. There is... That bugbear's dead. All the bugbears are dead.
And the javelin became known as the Spear of Long-Diggedness.
Tuck's going to begin to clean house.
Long-diggedness?
1 swing, 2 swing, 3 swing. All right. Of those 3 hits, of those 3 attacks, only one of them will land. However, it will be enough that the frontmost of these creatures will go down, and Tuck's just going to push his advantage and move forward. Sebastian is up next.
I think the only option here is to move up and attack.
All right.
And
Miss. Wild miss.
He was panting from the sprint and then couldn't land an attack.
I'm getting too old, man. Tegan.
All right. 2 questions. Can I see our bearded friend from where I am through that slit? Can I catch
Barely.
him? Okay. Can I see this spot right here?
Yes.
So I can see that spot.
Yep.
Okay.
I kind of get an idea of what you're trying to do.
Well, that's one way of doing it. The other idea I have is this is where the hand is, correct? So it's blocking the door?
It's not really blocking the door. It's translucent.
So I can move through the door.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was my bad. And I apologize for that. That was...
Alright, so I'm going to use my 30 feet of movement, or 35 feet of movement, do this, to move to right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's right there. And then I am going to use this to bamf me right about here.
Sure.
Right? And that is my bonus action, according to Hidden Paths.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to look square in our little, whatever his eyes are, and I'm going to blast him twice with this.
Okay. After teleporting through your hidden paths, you feel a strong golden energy coursing through your fingers, firing both of them at the same time against this individual. How do you want to do this?
Well, I want the force damage basically to crush his skull up against the wall and obliterate any remnants of his brain.
Okay. As he's kind of looking about, babbling, trying to piece together things, effectively affected by will spell, the first bolt of Eldritch energy blasts him against the wall. You hear a soft as he's blasted up against the wall. He looks up at you and curses in some foreign and unknown tongue for a little more than a split second before your second blast of Eldritch energy comes through, and it just kind of sears right through his skull as bits of goo begin to kind of drip forward, and his days of constant cursing, Sailor cursing, are done.
And that's good for my turn.
Draxon.
Alright, we're going to start hacking and slashing.
Alright.
On the guy right in front of me.
25 will land. After that first attack, you swing through, empowered by your aura of hatred, and you slice clean through her. She goes down.
Can I move forward and attack again?
You can.
I will do that. I'll hit this person in front of me.
All right. You swing in for a follow through. That one still stands, but not by much. Kent, you're up at the top of the round.
Nothing left in here, right?
Not that you can see.
And only these two up here?
Yep.
Alright, so... Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move to here. I should be able to move to there. Let me make sure. Yeah. I'm going to move to there.
Mm-hmm.
And Bigby's hand, I can move... I think it can move 60 feet is an action? No, wait, hold on. God damn it. I need to read this fucking thing a little more. Yeah, there's a lot of text there. Very large from your hand enhances. It moves at your command, mimic the movements of your own hand. The hand doesn't fill space. Up to 60 feet. Sorry, kill.
Yeah, if it helps, you can if you look up Bigby's hand under the information square, it'll spell it out in much more readable text rather than trying to work through that.
No, that's what I'm looking at. Okay. So as a bonus action, I can move that hand up to 60 feet. So I will shift the hand over to here, I guess,
Sure.
and we'll attempt to grapple again.
Okay. Hovering from above, you attempt to grapple this person from below. Another strength oppose?
Yes. So it's strength is.
She only rolls an 8. You're gonna beat her.
Yeah,
so go ahead
grappled.
and go ahead and roll your 2d6 if you're gonna crush her.
Well, here's the thing though. If I can move it as a bonus action, can I actually?
Oh, you can't. No,
because
it's a bonus action to crash. All right, so she's just grappled into the hand for now.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Okay, Dr. Coders.
I'm going to pull out my sword and hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Put a foot on Sebastian's back, just like we've practiced, little guy. He's going to fling me into the air as I do a front flip, over tuck, and whatever this guy's name is, and it's escaping me because I'm bad with names. It doesn't matter. I'm going to land on this girl who's not grappled and try to hit her.
Make an acrobatics check.
Oh yeah. Well.
With advantage, because he's helping you. Oh, okay, you can do so.
Cool. I'm gonna land on top of her and give her frostbane iron fang. I did not mean to do advantage for all those.
We got the 21 and the 13. You swing in you have to. Yeah, you got it. Okay, you swing in with frostband with iron fang, and you just chop hard into this individual who is her life is short lived as you make quick work of her. All that's left is this one grappled by Bigby's hand. Will, you're up.
All right, so there's no one left.
One left. Grappled by Bigby's hand.
I've heard of reaching out and touching someone, but this is ridiculous.
Kent sneers.
Fails the wisdom save, taking the damage. Still standing, though. Or grappled, as the case may be. She is going to attempt to free herself. Go ahead and make another strength check with the hand. Oh, you know what? She crits. Still go ahead and make the check all the same, but yeah.
Yeah, so am I wrong? D20 plus...
D20 plus 8.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm sorry.
Alright. 1 D20 plus 8 roll.
Alright, she breaks free from the grapple.
Okay.
As she breaks free, seeing that she's alone, she is going to attempt to retreat. As she does, Tuck, Draxon, and Dr. Connors can make attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
I'd say that's about it.
She doesn't get very far before you manage to chop and slice her to pieces. You're out of combat.
Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna search the bodies in the room I'm in.
I'll add for your benefit that over the course of searching all of these bodies, they all have a mixture of collective items on them, collective coinage on them. There is a total of, how many creatures are there? 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So, alright, you find a collective coinage total sum of about 150 gold. Furthermore, on this one-eyed individual, you find a potion of healing and another potion that you don't immediately recognize, but your alchemist will recognize as a potion of gaseous form. And that's what that does.
Sweet.
Yeah, Kelly, I just want to apologize about that. I really wish I had read that a little bit more clearer.
That's fine. But as we start getting late into the night, I will ask, does anybody want to pull from the deck of many things before we end, Will?
No. Not Will.
I think Garen does.
I'll draw one card, because why not?
All right.
You know, you say that. And then Don John.
Or
Wait, he wants to pull. Let him pull. Let's do it.
Wait, did I do it? Shit.
The pull.
Rogue.
Oh,
That sounds fun.
not really.
You pull the card, and the magic is not immediately apparent, whatever it is. I will add for your benefit, however, the Rogue card. A non-player character of the GM's choice becomes hostile towards you. The identity of your new enemy isn't known until the NPC or someone else reveals it. Nothing less than a wish or divine intervention can end the NPC's hostility towards you.
Dun, dun.
Great. So Charwin's hostile towards him.
That would be funny. And ironic.
And what does Fates and Vizier do, sorry?
Fates would allow you to basically take it back.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I might just do that.
Well, if you're going to do that, then you have to draw another card.
Ah!
Do it.
Hostile doesn't mean going to hunt you down and kill you. It just means they don't like you.
Do it.
You know me better than that.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because I know, like I said, I know Killy better than that. What he just put Miles through, I'm not about to.
To be fair, Miles was well earned.
No.
All right, I'm gonna draw again. I'm probably gonna get killed now.
If I didn't bring Kent in there to give you an answer on one of those, you were dead.
Oh,
Gem?
Gem. That's a good one.
It is a good
It's
one.
you're now rich. Yeah.
I used my
You
King's
have-
card to make it. I'm just kidding.
So my paladin friend, you gain 50 gems worth 1,000 gold apiece for a total of 50,000 gold.
I was gonna say, do we have the math right this time?
Yes.
Oh,
You want to get put through 20 questions yourself, there, pal? You got 50,000 gold. Don't
I had to
question
make a video. All he had to do was be a smartass. God. I don't know what you're trying to say, but you're thinking real hard about the wording. I can tell.
Anybody else want to draw?
I'm gonna pass.
I was
Tuck
done after the
Tuck
first
wants
night.
to draw.
Tuck's
No.
not there.
Sebastian,
I'm not gonna draw for him.
Sebastian wants to draw.
Oh, can the crab draw?
Sure, why not?
Oh,
Fuck it,
Jesus
why not?
Christ.
Okay, here you go, crab. What do you got?
How many are you drawing?
Just the one. Talons. What's that?
Any magic items you have disintegrates.
All right, good job,
But
crab.
it's the crab, so
Keep
he
it
doesn't
up.
have anything magic on him.
Keep it up, crab. Oh, Can I armor my crab?
I don't know.
I don't know either. You know what? Next time we're in town, I'm gonna blow some of this money.
Your crab's not considered proficient in armor.
Yeah, well,
he's a crab.
He'll learn. He'll learn.
Can he receive training to make him proficient?
Yeah. Now, crab, move like this in the armor.
Not in the span of a few days.
Oh shit! I'll just start tying weights to him so he gets used to it. Give him disadvantage on all of his attacks, but eventually he'll be able to wear armor.
You know, that is one thing I kind of miss. I want to say earlier in D&D, like you could spend time, like if it was something you weren't proficient in, it wouldn't be a feat, but you could actually spend time studying if your character was alive to become proficient in such things. And I don't think they have that at all in 5th edition.
I don't think so either.
You either take the feats or you're fucked.
Yeah.
That doesn't look very good. Who drew that?
Here,
Me, just because I was bored.
I'll tie fire and fury to his crab hands. Then he can attack with them.
Like the fork. Like the crab with the fork.
It'll.
Killy was just drawing that card because he really, really wanted to see the void come up.
Yeah, I got something that's almost as good.
Are we ending it here for the night, I assume?
Yeah, we probably ought to end it here for the night.
All right.
Okay.
We'll figure out about short resting or whatever later on. Yeah, Kill.
Yep.
I like that spell. I just didn't realize you had to announce what it did. I thought it did like until you told it to, to do a certain amount of things.
That's fine. Hey, we're all new here. We're all still learning.
Yeah, that was fine.
Well, most of us are new. The one that isn't just went through 20 questions of hell.
Well, it sounds like even if he was here, he wouldn't remember half of it anyways.
Oh man, that's cold.
It
is what it is.
All right, guys, I'm going to bed.
Yep.
All right.
Good night. Thanks, Gilly.